Really soon. I always wonder how early my it actually gets cut off a bit. Sorry for the late start with the stream as well. Had to run by the grocery store and it took a little bit more time than expected. Then I had scarfed down a bit of dinner. So I'm starting to stream a little bit later than I usually try to go start around. I try to start around 5 o'clock. Making sure everything's up to date on the thumbnails and things that sort as well. Yep, looks like Rumble's going. Yeah, there's the watch count. Perfect. Which is going as well, a little bit poorly. Not trying to be frames, so it looks like the video I had uploading on my other computer uploaded fully. Yep, and looks like my other computer is up and going as well. Just had to double check that. So sorry if anybody's joined the stream. I'm just trying to make sure everything's good to go. I'm always a little bit paranoid for a lot of this stuff. And for good reasons. If I'm not paranoid, everything tends to go wrong. Speaking of which, me being paranoid, I need to double check some OBS stuff. Good. One day, on OBS, when for the local recordings, I hit the check mark, replace the name that has the same file. So, entire day of, not entire day, but entire stream, 3-hour stream of Dawn of War 2, I only had one replay or cast stored because it kept on rewriting itself over and over again because it keeps the same name. But I think everything's now good to go. At Hanoi. Still got a large number of games. Got a large number of 2v2s here as well. All by the same player. They're probably good. It's just that I just don't want to cast the same person over and over again. Got a good number of 2v2s as well. And plus, I still need to cast those games from Lay Pepsi. But yeah, I think everything is good to go now. So let's go ahead and get started. Did I already cast this one? No, the last time I think the allies were on the right side, not the left side. I'm going crazy one of these days, I'm just gonna go crazy. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. I spawn on the left side as the British forces. We have Top Gaming. I have to put like a British accent whenever I say that. Top Gaming. Then again, that's not exactly British. Either way, his teammate as the US player, we have Straight Shooter. Very American name. Second Amendment satisfied. Over here, we got the White Guardsman, and as the Wehrmacht player, we have QL XU or Zoo. You, how do you pronounce that? I have no idea. Not to be insulting, that could be a bit like sort of Chinese. Could be Vietnamese. Either way, we got the Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward. We of course got the Kaliningrad capturing the southern point. Scope rifles going to the missions point here, and we've got more intersections being pushed their way forward now. We do have nothing else being deployed on out. He may be saving up for another intersection. Nope, going for the Brennan carrier. Ammo dump captured. Oh, he captured up the ammo. Best not light a cigarette. So then again, you don't want to do that near a fuel point either. You can smoke it around a strategic point, but then again, you may light the flag on fire. I certainly don't do it at the victory point. The spotlight's there. The smoke will give you away. We got the G43 squad getting inside the garrison. Does fire a handful of rounds there, but looks like, yep, does get hit there now. And over here, of course, got a barracks here, not support weapon center. Pair of engineers capturing the southern points, very nice. They will be able to deal with the Kaliningrad, given enough time. and Rifleman making the way forward as well. It is the British players going to be a bit double teamed as well. We're seeing a bit of fire here. This one model may go down first. And he will spot the Volksgrenadier as well. He's going to need that Rifleman squad up here. The Kenigrad, the engineers can go and capture all the points, but the Rifleman squad needs to get up here as soon as possible. Rifleman is charging up north. Maybe we'll get the Kenigrad while at it, which is not half bad. Pioneers right here, and another Panzer Grenadier advancing. Rifleman squad. They should get the Kenigrad, but no, they're firing bullets towards the Pioneers now. Man, finish off the Kenigrad. Getting at the Kenigrad would be quite nice. Having a bit of trouble right there. Bolt's gonna even throw some wire in front of them. He's really trying to save that Kenigrad. And we've got Panzer Grenadiers trying to get repairs, and they do not manage to get the Kenigrad. That Pioneer drawing fire right there probably did save it. And I'm not sure if that wire was useful, but definitely interesting idea. Now we've got the MMG carrier upgrade deployed on out. Kenigrad's now receiving some repairs. And scope rifles are inside the garrison. There's a lot of windows on the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that's a good garrison for any infantry unit. At least in Cavalry was 1. Pioneers, of course, can't deal with the infantry section. Bren carrier getting some good damage there. And looks like it has not received any bullets or any penetrating bullets just yet. Kenigrad has been repaired, making its way down south. Rifleman captured the munitions point, and now the Panzer Grenadiers going to be engaging at relatively close range. Or just run by it. That's not necessarily what they mean by drive-by. They drive-by on foot. Run and gun? That's probably the proper term right there. But either way, the Rifleman squad does drop a model there. Drops another model. Panzer Grenadiers are receiving quite a bit of damage as well. The Rifleman squad won't even fall back. They do fall back in time. This point was cut off. That is a cutoff point for the munitions fuel point, and the engineers have made quite a bit of distance on those sectors. We got another Rifleman squad here. This one is already wounded, so it's being put back to the front line. That was the one that was trying to hunt down the Kenigrad. And this Rifleman squad is going to try to recapture that munitions point. Scope Rifle squad does fall back. We've got a lieutenant here. And the engineer squad does fall back.
NCO's reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Oh, we got a squad wipe there. Looks like one of a corpse immediately disappeared because that's grass. Guess his ass became grass. Grenade gets a great hit right there. Didn't get any squad wipes, but got a good number of models, that's for sure. Got early, if they hadn't made it clear, we got early grenade research for the Rifleman squad, and speaking of which, I think the one that threw the grenade gets Veteran C1 as well.
I see you done, but it sure took you long enough, you Nazis.
He just called his buddies Nazis?
Capture complete.
Oh, Nancy's. He said Nancy's, not Nazis. Ugh. Accents. And jargon. Of course, got the Panzerjäger command. Likely a 222 or 5 will be deployed on out. He immediately getting some sort of research. Let's see what it is. It is a 222. Here, MG42 somewhere. I'm not sure where though. A Rifleman and Bren carrier. We're looking for a green unit. That's a sniper. Not sure what's actually firing the MG42 was firing, but I do hear the Bren carrier now firing itself. It may have been the base MG. No, the base MG is way back here, so I'm not sure what was firing. Panzerfaust was fired onto the MMG carrier. Panzer Grenadiers making their advance. When the Panzer Grenadiers have an upgrade with STGs as well. No 4-man squad upgrades just yet. And now I've got these guys pushing way forward. Getting some good damage on this Rifleman squad. This is the one that threw the grenade. He does fall back. He's a bit wounded, but should be able to keep on out of there. And it looks like the Kenigrad may have went down to something. He's actually trying to get inside this garrison. There's a handful of windows there. I'm not sure if this one's usable. Lieutenant is falling back as well. So is the infantry section. Brandon carrier still has plenty of health. The Wehrmacht snipers in the region. There's 2 Wehrmacht snipers now on the field. We may see some more scope rifles or a U.S. sniper. Rifleman squad getting ripped apart. Too much fire right there. Likely gets wiped out. Just by the 2-2. 2-2 has not retargeted just yet. Has retargeted now. And in actuality, the Rifleman squad does actually escape on out. I'm sort of surprised about that. Panzer Grenadiers making their way forward. That squad is severely wounded. The MMG carrier has used the repair ability to get his self-repaired. Panzer Grenadiers eyeing from many capture points. We potentially see base healing, but don't think so just yet. Pioneer's already maxed out health, so can't check in on him. MMG carrier has plenty of health, though the Brand itself is firing against the wrong target. And now Panzer Grenadiers are trying to engage that MMG carrier. They probably don't have the anti-tank rifle grenade. Not anti-tank rifle grenade, but the throwing anti-tank grenade. Not like you see that in most games either way. We do got a Pak 38 deployed now. That would be very victor versus the Brand carrier, as well as versus the Fresh Stuart. Of course, we got a Stuart rushed by the Brit. And the Pioneers here does get pinned down by the MG in placement, 30 cal Vickers in placement.
Now booby trap buildings to confound the enemy.
Booby trap building, so the Panzer player has gone for Scorched Earth. His teammate has not selected doctrine just yet, though I think he may have used a command point, maybe not. These Panzer Grenadiers may go down. A cancer round will finish them off, but he's trying not to use a cancer round. Fires, rolls a miss there. So far is unsuccessful getting the wipe. Notice the US player has not selected Doctrine either, just yet. Flaming Engineers are falling on back. 2-2 is trying to get some hits there on this Engineer. We'll get some garrison, and we'll see a Flak Irving fire. Apparently this Flak Irving does have an angle to engage. So does the Snipers. And dead. US player has plenty of resources. He does not have a supply yard yet, let alone everything else. Sapper squad making its way forward. Scope rifle squad right here. And we've got these intersections behind the heavy cover while the lieutenant is kept at the munitions point. Stuart's making his way forward. Down south, we've got bars, research for the riflemen. And something just large got deployed, likely the supply yard. Yep. Or, let's see. The Brit has a decent amount of fuel reserves. He could go for another Stuart relatively soon. Riflemen are behind some heavy cover, but it looks like some of that heavy cover immediately got annihilated by the autocannons. Speaking of which, we've got a massive wave of Wehrmacht players as well. The Axis players are focusing perhaps a little bit too much on one area. These riflemen are drawing so much attention right here. It's not exactly a good idea. Ooh, there goes the captain.
The initiative is ours. Victory countdown started.
The captain found a booby trap. And the next place is going to make their way down south, trying to capture up some more points. Let's see, the Ansley player, we know he has gone for Scorched Earth. Doesn't have a whole lot of fuel at the moment. Going for the Panzercheck upgrade. He does not have the Panzer Support Command just yet, so he's once getting this research will give him one step closer to the Panthers, but won't give him the Panther research just yet. And for the Wehrmacht player, has spent quite a bit of manpower. Got a good variety of units and 2 snipers, 2 command points, has a decent small munitions float, got a good amount of fuel. And straight shooter is the US player. He's asking his teammate to help both this side, but he's asking his teammate to advance down south. And we do have another doctrinal lock-in of the infantry doctrine. We've got immediate rangers. I do love seeing rangers because they're actually relatively rare, at least in a lot of the replays I cast. There could be a quick grenade onto that point there. Does find a Wehrmacht landmine. Throws a grenade into the garrison, however. Not onto the door. It does go ahead and fall on back. There are 3 222s now deployed on the field. I said there was likely going to be 5, and we're getting pretty close to that. Patrick lining up on the Vickers replacement. Let's throw suppression onto the MG42. Sends a round into the Vickers replacement there. And now Stuart's coming for the advance. The Volkswagen should be able to finish it off. He's probably going to use a cancer round on top of the Grenadiers. I think the Stuart actually got the killing shot there. Fires a cancer round there. Gets a good hit there on the Volks Grenadiers, not the regular Grenadiers. Doesn't get the squad wipe onto the Volks Grenadier either. Got a lot of intersections right here. And it looks like the US player has fallen back entirely.
Ready to move out.
Got a Staghound deployed out on the field, so we do have the armor command truck deployed on out. Currently just in the regular VP area. And he's trying to go for another booby trap here. Unsuccessful. Looks like a suppressive fire or suppression coming out from the Staghound. Does kill off that STG squad. Very nice. And he's starting to throw some rounds at that garrison. He does get out of the garrison. And you got PX engaging these forces. You got the snipers, 2s, and the MG42 along with the Grenadiers and Volks Grenadiers. Oh! It was that squad denied back out of the building did it. So he has lost that garrison. What was that booby trap? He needs. Oh wait, was that a booby trap on the building? That was a booby trap building, not a booby trap point. He doesn't lose his squad. Staghound trying to push his way forward. Staghound's quite wounded. I hear off-map power shooting raining on in somewhere. Right there, looks like. Does get the decrew on the Pak 38, and we do got a Grenade Warfare. Rangers have these fired up, showing that Pak 38 how to run. You simply put one foot in front of the other foot and just do it quickly.
The lads have finished squaring away those upgrades, sir.
What was that old claymation animation, Christmas one? Like, put one foot in front of the other foot? It's more like the Abominable Snowman, was it? Either way, you got the MG42 engaging the Rangers. Does throw a grenade onto the MG42. Does get it severely wounded, but the Rangers do get suppressed. And, oh. Yeah, the game just abruptly ended. That was a little bit abrupt, but the Allies did have the upper hand. The Axis players have backed out of the game. This is Adam Gray saying thank you for watching, and on the next replay. I wish that game was not uploaded to the game's replay, because that was just an abrupt ending. Let's go and delete that one. I'm going to finally cast some of those replays from Lay Pepsi that he's sent to me. I need meaning to do it, it's just that I haven't. Like, I want to do it, then all of a sudden I get occupied with other things. Where were they? What sort of replay is this? That must be some sort of bug. Where are those replays? There's one. Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Company Heroes 1 replay. So on the north side as the US player of Lay Pepsi. On the south side as the Panzer Elite player, we have Pershing Tank. Are you serious? You had to go for that name and play with Panzer Elite. Shame. We got, of course, got engineers. Wait. A single squad of engineers? This map is quite big. He is skipping extra engineers and going straight for a couple rifleman squad. A little bit unusual. I'm just so used to wondering it's going to be 2 or 3 engineers, not realizing he's just going for the one. Maybe one extra rifleman just so he can help engage against these Panzer Grenadiers. Speaking of which, first Panzer Grenadier is out on the field. Second one is on the field as well. First rifleman will be out in the field very shortly.
Rifle squad on the field.
And he gets one rifleman deployed on out, immediately queued up the other one. Very nice. Also, the engineer's going to go for the safe resource points, get his income going. Small amount of fuel, small amount of munitions. They do add up in the long run. Panzer Grenadiers are advancing together. We do got the G43 squad here. And so that should be able to deal with a rifleman squad on a 2v1 engagement. But the second rifleman squad is being deployed.
Rifle squad deployed.
Another rifleman.
Way to go, engineers.
Hold the point.
Point is ours.
What say we lock it down?
Oh, is out of sector, so no need to lock it down. We got a Jeep now being deployed on out. Rifleman squads are advancing together, and these Panzer Grenadiers are in defense position. They're not eyeing to capture the point. They're just trying to deny this point. Rifleman squads do pan to light cover. Got these guys partially behind heavy cover there. No, the rifleman's going straight for the heavy cover there. Very nice. Riflemen are getting quite wounded there. Another reinforced Panzer Grenadier squad is advancing. And he's lucky he's gone for extra rifleman squad, but even then, he is about outnumbered. He's only gotten one of these models just so far. And these rifleman squads will need to fall back relatively shortly. Jeep's now advancing as well, trying to get some good damage. Does get some good damage onto the G43 squad. He is starting to bully around the one behind the G43 squad that's behind cover. This guy does get suppressed. He must use suppressive fire ability there, though I didn't think I saw it. This rifleman squad will need to fall back, does fall back in time. And now we've got this rifleman engaging the Panzer Grenadiers at point blank range. Does knock him out of cover right there, and the Jeep is getting some good damage in. Now the Jeep is being focused down along these rifleman squad to get some good damage in. Engineers being herded by the Kettengrad. And this Panzer Grenadier should be able to win out versus it, no problem. Rifleman squad needs to capture that and fall back. We do got this rifleman squad being reinforced a little bit forward next to the barracks.
Rifle squad deployed.
Engineers do get inside this nice little alcove, though they are very, very wounded there. And I wonder if he can't... Okay, he can retreat back. I know it's possible in Cover Heroes 2 that you can body block a path with your infantry units there, preventing retreat. I've done that by accident. I flanked the building. It was the door was next to the fence. I managed to get around that door so I could hit it safely. And then he tried to escape out and me retreat, and my guys were in perfect position, preventing them from actually able to fall back, so they got stuck in a retreating state right at point blank range. It was a squad wipe. Jeep is a little bit wounded. Got these two Panzer Grenadiers, three Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward. Looks like I think all 5 Panzer Grenadiers are deployed on out. Most people just go for 5 Panzer Grenadiers. Kettengrad is capturing up some points as well. And the Rifleman squad is getting split up quite a bit thanks to that Jeep. They will be backing away, perhaps in that corner where the engineers were, but they're going to be backing. They're literally running themselves into corner. And they do push back forward. The Panzer Grenadiers still in the region. Over here, engineers, flamethrower engineers, riflemen are advancing. There's currently 3 squads of riflemen, only still this 1 squad of engineers with the flamer. This flamer would be great to get this garrison. The Panzer Grenadiers need to start hitting that first. He is starting to hit it first. But the Panzer Grenadiers receiving a bit too much fire from that flamer. Let's hop inside the garrison there with his engineers and rifleman squad. And the flamer's getting some good damage in. The rifleman squad could actually get out of the garrison. The engineers also can't really stay in the garrison for all too long because they're pretty close to being wiped out. Repairing the Jeep and retreating back's probably a good idea.
Look, there's land on the door handle.
We got enemy troop movement!
And they do not get to decapture the fuel point just yet, and does get decaptured right there. Rifleman in pursuit as well. This rifleman squad is getting hit quite severely. The engineer squad is suppressed and pinned, needs to fall back, and does fall back with all those Panzer Grenadiers. Though part of me wondered whether or not keeping the engineer, if he didn't retreat back, would keeping the engineer pinned right there, allowing him to run away, be safer than to retreat back, getting close in distance. But either way, their engineer squad is alive. Well, the rifleman squad is now at Veteran C1. Panzer Grenadiers trying to get inside this garrison. There are 2 windows inside, which is not bad for the Panzer Grenadiers. They only have 3 models, and soon to be 2. Yep, 2 models right there. This Panzer Grenadier squad is advancing forward, trying to get some good damage in as well. This rifleman squad is quite wounded, best to focus him down. And he is doing a good job focusing that one down. Was that a grenade? Not grenade, mortar. We do got a mortar half-track deployed out in the field.
Point captured.
This name is just really throwing me off. I was about to call the Kentengrad a Pershing. Everything's a Pershing if your gamer tag is Pershing.
Took the objective and Jerry didn't even notice.
Oh, they noticed. They just got declined to respond.
Recon, ready for orders.
Triage Centers is deployed about the U.S. player. Of course, we've got the medics here for the Panzer Grenadiers as well, the Panzer Elite player. And the Jeep's not going to be falling back. So even a bit too much fire there. Rifleman squad advancing forward. Good heavy cover. No G43s on these guys here, so can't use suppressive fire ability. There's also a mix of heavy cover in that region as well.
My yard is now in action.
We got a not grenade, mortar being thrown in this region. It's probably the mortar half track.
Observation.
I don't know why I keep on
posts
saying
report we are
grenade,
losing a
even though
sector.
the name of the mortar is Grenade Werfer, so Werf grenades. Grenades. Throws.
We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
I love the German language. It's just so literal. Flammenwerfer. It throws flames. Grenadwerfer. It throws grenades. Fallschirmjägergewehr. It's the rifle of the hunter who falls from the sky.
Goddamn GIs, make me proud.
Kinda like the garage.
Rifleman squads are making their way forward. Yep, he has a 4th squad of riflemen actually deployed out in the field.
The enemy is after our victory point.
And this cutoff point has been captured, so it does deny the income right there. We do got these forces capture those points as well. Overall, this seems like there's better fuel control for the Panzer Elite player throughout the game. Let's switch over to the Panzer Elite player and see what resources or potential doctrine he's gone for. He may have selected doctrine. I see 1 command point there, which likely leads me to believe this could be 2 potential doctrine selections. Not Luftwaffe ground forces, but it could be Tank Hunter or Scorched Earth. Both a possibility in this matchup. Panzer Grenadiers do stopping capturing that point there. Now the Flammenwerfer or Flamethrower will eye to keep it that way. Still doesn't think every point has actually reverted a little bit. Greyhound deployed on the field. We don't have even Armored Scourge just yet as well. That should make it vulnerable to rifle fire, correct? Does take out the Flamer Engineer as well. And that's his only engineer, so that he has no repairs at the moment. Which the Jeep does need some repairs. STG squad does fall back. Riflemen are not decapturing that point. It is a cutoff point. Now we do have a 222 deployed on the field. Don't think he has sticky bombs just yet. We didn't hear sticky bomb researcher. We have mostly selected throughout the game. And don't see any research at the barracks either. Rifleman squad does fall back.
Greyhound is ready
And
to
do have
push.
armor skirts being researched by the Greyhound now.
We are losing a sector.
No fresh engineers being deployed out. Actually, no, he just got deployed out. 2 engineers being deployed out, in fact. One with a minesweeper, both with a minesweeper.
Ready for another
Wait,
beating?
he's going for minesweepers?
Losing them as fast
He
as we're
must
getting
have indication that his opponent may have gone for teller mines then.
them. Now we can snip
Sniff out those mines.
Because I can see 1 just in case, but 2? No, he must be aware of some sort of teller mine somewhere. Or at least attempt of planting one. So I have a feeling that his opponent may have gone for Tank Hunter
We're losing
or
ground.
Tank
out
Destroyer. Oh,
We got a, looks like mixed AT and
mixed AT, anti-personnel mine. Yep, we've got teller mines. So it's Tank Hunter versus Unknown Doctrine just right now.
minefield clean.
And knowing seeing those teller mines, he may not want to go for armor. He may want to go for infantry or airborne. Both are a good possibility at this point in time, though he's lacking a bit of missions control, so maybe not airborne. So maybe infantry doctrine wouldn't be half bad. He knows he's probably going to be fighting against Hetzers, so Rangers wouldn't be half bad. STG squad here will get focused down quite severely. That garrison does go down, or building I should say, can't really be garrisoned. And the truck is not garrisoning it. At least not anymore. Good 2 is advancing, trying to get some good hits there onto the engineer squad. A bit of damage there. Rifleman squad's trying to close the distance on these Panzer Grenadiers. We'll be fighting at point blank range. The Panzer Grenadier squad does fall back. Got these Panzer Grenadiers SCGs, however, make their way forward. They would like to engage at close range.
Yeah.
Greyhound does not have the 50 cal upgrade at the moment. He may not go for it. We got some great field control on the left side of the map. Rifleman just capturing it up, capturing away. The Riflemen do fall
Hold the
back.
initiative. At this rate, we'll be taking Berlin by Christmas.
Never say that line. Never say we will be home by Christmas or take it before Christmas.
We're losing ground out there.
Strategic point is being captured on up. These points are not captured. That's the only thing that remains captured for the Panzer League player on the left side of the map. In this captured up here, we'll get these sectors back in supply, which the Panzer League player can always use more resources.
Composition B is in. Troops can now make sticky bombs.
Sticky bombs have been researched, would be useful versus all their current opponents.
Roger. Repairs complete.
The Rifleman squad now advancing. We'll find the STG squad at point blank range. Of course, he does fall back. The Greyhound starting to advance as well. Maybe we'll find a good hit there on the light half track, but the light half
We're
track finds
losing
it first. It's going to be some
strategic
deadly crit shots. Panzer Grenadiers are right here, getting some good damage onto this engineer squad. Does fall back now. Level 1 production has been researched. Level 1 production? I suppose that makes sense. Just try to get a bit more manpower. Not going for a
Losing
Sherman
ground
tank.
out
We
there.
could see airborne doctrine. Recoil rifles wouldn't be half bad. We got bar research, very nice. Like the abstract going way too far forward. Finds a sticky bomb. He's actually already pretty wounded as well. The Jeep should be able to secure the kill. Does get it fully mobilized. Rifleman could go ahead and finish it off, no problem. So the Jeep could get some veterancy there. So getting the Greyhound, the veterancy wouldn't be half bad either. But looks like the Rifleman does take it out. At that point in time, it's all to ask yourself, which squad do I want to get the kill with? Good to skirmishing around, trying to get some hits there on the Rifleman squad. Munitions point does get decaptured. And now we've got the bar research now deployed. Nope. That telephone pole went flying away. His family needed him, or his planet needs him. And I can't even get those jokes right. Jeep's now engaging in close range against the 222. Greyhound's now in pursuit. Still does not have the 50 cal research. Rolls a miss there with the Greyhound. And this Rifleman squad is going to get forced back by the Panzer Grenadiers. They do get behind the carcass. And the Riflemen do fall back. Apparently, the carcass is not exactly what you really want to be behind either way. Oh, there's a crit shot there. Fresh light track gets a crit shot. Gets it fully mobilized and to boot, destroys the engine. The engineer squad is falling back. The Jeep could go engage at point blank range onto the light track. The Greyhound receiving quite a bit of fire there. It does take out the Greyhound.
I got a bad feeling about this, Sarge.
We're losing ground out there.
Over here, that's Kettengrad, Mortar half track, and now we've got Hetzer. Trying to go for a sticky bomb on the light half track. Even just bar fire is not half bad. Great mortar hit there. The Riflemen will potentially able to get a sticky bomb off. They will get nope. They did get interrupted there. They don't get sticky bomb off on 222. ATF does advance slow, forcing back the Riflemen.
Put your yapping and get ready
And
to
that
move.
is a U.S. landmine right there. Rifleman squad does avoid some fire there. Panzer Grenadiers advancing. I'm gonna go ahead and check the resource of the Panzer Lead player. Got a bit of manpower, bit of munitions there. Remember, there's no real off-map ability that the tank out adoption can bring in, so it needs to get out more Teller mines, which that can be completely neutralized if your opponent doesn't go for any vehicles. And the fuel was consumed. US player has a good amount of manpower stored up, decent amount of fuel as well, not a whole lot of fuel income. Now got a support weapon center. This may be for
We're
a
losing
sniper.
sector.
Yes, it is. Cutoff point being decaptured as well. Jeep is still alive. And the G43 squad does fall back. This Rifleman does get 2 levels of veterancy.
Supply lines are broken. We
Penningrad
have
and Mortar Half
territory
Track
out
making
of
their
supply.
advance. Does manage to get a sticky bomb there on the ATSer. Damages the engine. Does get the body block there. Ooh, that's a really nasty body block. Still body blocked. One of the Rifleman models does manage to rush on forward. And he actually may lose his squad entirely thanks to that body block. Oh, and does get out of their retreat. Drops that bar. Does pick up the bar there. Maybe going for another sticky bomb there.
Forces are
And gets
taking
shot in the back by 20 mil.
Snipers ready for action. Ready.
Fresh sniper deployed out on the field.
Losing ground out there.
Point captured.
He knows about the AT Hetzer. He knows about the light TF track. I still do believe either Rangers or Airborne for Corvus rifles wouldn't be bad at this moment. But you got a logistics company being deployed on out. He may be going for the 4-man squad upgrade. Or maybe for some 221s. Nope, got a bit of a graphic bug there. It is the damaged engine hatch floating in the air. You can see the door that's supposed to go right there. There's the other door. Where's a hatch? Not necessarily a door.
Task complete. Squad reinforced. Taking fire.
We're losing a strategic sector.
As Grenadiers trying to decapture that cutoff point. They'll be cutting off nothing because that is the front line. ATS are advancing, trying to get a shot off on the Rifleman. Does actually get a good hit there.
Sniper here. Sniper deployed.
Another US sniper deployed on out on the field. What would you go for in this situation? What doctrine would you go for as a US player? I'm more half inclined to say go for Airborne to bring in some bombing runs and strafing runs. Though Rangers are always nice as well.
We're losing them as fast as we're getting them. We are taking
We've got
fire.
a nice M1 AT gun shot onto the light TF track. Fires a shot there, rolls a miss. ATSer is advancing The Jeep does get an engine crit there. He used the engine crit ability onto the Jeep, which is a little bit overkill. It's just a Jeep right there. Not very effective this time at the point of the game. We got a couple snipers there, gets good hits there. Does get a direct hit with the mortar, nearly detonates the landmine there. That landmine could be tripped by this AT Hetzer. Engineers are trying to repair up the Jeep there. Jeep does receive direct hit by the other AT Hetzer. It does detonate the landmine there with the mortar. Trying to go for more sticky bombs there. Light Half-Track rolls a miss there. Jeep is still alive somehow. Pair of sticky bombs do connect with the AT Hetzer. Getting a damage engine crit there, bringing it below half health. AT Hetzer trying to engage Jeep in glorious melee. In fact, this is that landmine was detonated there. The AT Hetzer would not be blown up by it. It actually goes down to the AT gun. Very nice. A couple more sticky bombs there. Does get a destroyed engine crit, as well as a damaged engine crit. Those very cannot move. Most of the damage destroyed engine crit got removed immediately because I don't see any more red onto the icon. Is that two more half-tracks? Or are they just bugging out a bit? Bugging out a bit. Sniper do get spotted right there. AT gun does find a shot there on the 222. And riflemen and engineers make their advance slow. We may see a sticky bomb there by the rifleman squad onto the mortar half-track. The 2 does hold some rounds on the back of the mortar half-track as well, as the AT gun does find a hit there onto the AT Hetzer. May find another hit there. Nope, does get out of arc. The VPs are quite similar at the moment. The US player actually still has a slight advantage, though the margin and gap is slowly being closed.
They're taking one of our points.
Got the trying to capture some points as well. Does manage to get a sticky bomb over the hedge, gets the damage engine crit on the mortar half-track. So now both the 222 and the mortar half-track has their engines snared. Hetzer still alive, but not the greatest anti-infantry asset on the field. The rifleman will try to get inside the garrison now. We'll find the STG squad at point-blank range. It's not what they want to see. Throws a sticky bomb there on the 222. They make it the kill. Does get the kill there. Use suppressive fire ability there on the rifleman. That's a Vet 2 rifleman squad that does get wiped out.
They're going after one of our munitions points.
Snipers get some good hits there. There may have been a squad wipe there. He has 4-man squad, so there was no squad wipe there. I saw 2 kills there, and 1 squad having 2 models left, but he does have the 4-man squad upgrade. Rifleman trying to hunt down that Captain Grad. And it looks like the AT gun finds some good hits there on the light AT half-track. And light half-track does go down.
Point is ours.
Enemy unit dead.
Rifle squad reporting for duty. We've got the point.
Mortars are trying to rain on top of this rifleman. Does get a nice incendiary mortar there. Are singing their riflemen inside the garrison. They do get out of the garrison, but they will be singed a little bit more. Decides to do a full retreat, just try to get their health top back off.
To all units. Light vehicles.
And he's gone for
down
armor. The
advance.
Doctrine I would say the
Capturing
least effective in this situation, unless he's planning to go for a couple M10s at this point in time. But he has been quite successful with the, what's it called, the sticky bombs. Rifleman squad starting to advance as well, and does get forced back thanks to the 4-man STG squads. The 4-man squad upgrade is very effective for the STGs.
casualties being
And
reported.
there goes that engineer squad. He does have one more engineer squad remaining. Does get a landmine out. He could retreat back, getting his tank depot, but he is a little bit low on manpower to actually deploy out any vehicles. He does have enough fuel for some stuff, but not necessarily any manpower. And if you hear that in the background, that's my heater coming back, being turned on.
They're trying to flush me out. Sniper taking fire.
Rifle squads are advancing. Snipers may find some hits in as well. Does get a good hit there on the Panzer Grenadiers. Mortar half track and other AT Hetzer does push its way forward. We may find a sticky bomb with these rifleman squads. Mortar does run on in. And overall, the riflemen just were being danced around, being flinched around. We do have Lucius Company blowing something out. Calliope is not available, and he's going for a Vampire Funkwagen right there. Interesting. Rifleman squad does fall back. North, we do have the Kaliningrad to capture these points, and this rifleman squad is going to try to stop him.
They're taking one of our points.
Oh, a line of light vehicles here. 2 AT Hetzers, mortar half track, Kaliningrad, and now here comes the Funkwagen. Not sure where he's planning to set on up. He may be eyeing. Oh yeah, Tank Hunter has an issue of expending munitions. So getting out some Goliaths from the Funkwagen could be actually quite useful. That makes sense. He's going for Goliaths with that Funkwagen. Does have nearly 200 munitions there. Got a mortar, sticky bomb there onto the mortar half track. But this SCJ squad will force back the rifleman, no problem. And it does get body blocked there by the mortar half track. Another rifleman squad. Oh, I thought they were going to get wiped there, but apparently not. Mortar is may fire a hit there. Calliope barrage now raining on in. Goliath on is being deployed on now as well. That Goliath can immediately be picked off by a stray rocket. Does he cancel? I think he canceled the Goliath right there. There's a Goliath. Canceling the Goliath was a good idea so it doesn't randomly get exploded when trying to be deployed. And now here comes the Goliath now. Focus fires it down, does retreat back, does get a good number of kills there. Funkwagen does get spotted there, does throw a sticky bomb there onto the AT Hetzer. Now we've got a double Panzer Grenadier advancing forward, and it has no real targets for it. He may need to somehow find his way to Calliope, or Calliope, but that's about it. Though hitting the AT guns with it wouldn't be half bad either. Does get fully mobilizing the AT Hetzer, very nice. Maybe just leave it there for the time being, engage and save this Calliope. And here comes the Kaliningrad there to capture or to repair up the AT Hetzer while also sweeping that landmine.
We must work together to defeat
Snipers
our
advancing forward as well. The snipers can displace the STG squad, but not the Kaliningrad. Rolled a pretty big miss there, but keeping one of those snipers camouflage forward, allowing the AT gun to fire some shots. Though he does manage to repair the immobilized crit. This AT Hetzer is advancing a little bit more forward. Kaliningrad does go down there to the Calliope. And that Hetzer's getting tied up on the terrain, running over a tree. 2 sticky bombs were thrown there. Does not find this landmine there. And it gets gun damage and engine damage. The gun damage is sometimes a little bit bugged, where it actually doesn't really do it unless he's low enough health. Or it gets repaired up by a Birkendiga. Another sticky bomb does connect, getting a good hit there as well. Now we've got a fresh Goliath. It's not going to be a good Goliath there. That squad is quite spread out, and it's going to be focusing on this squad now. Ooh, good hits there, and there goes Funkwagen. I'm not sure how the Funkwagen went down. Maybe to the AT gun. Yes, got efficiency too. And looks like that Hetzer does go down. Try to go for another sticky bomb off, but does decides to pull back in time. No people either, so he's not eyeing to use Allied War Machine anytime soon. He really has the munitions for it. He's been throwing a lot of sticky bombs. Rifleman squad does fall back. Multiple sniper hits there onto the Panzergrenadiers. The snipers are going to be backing away a little bit. This looks like he used his sprint ability there, so he has research sprint. And we'll need to fall back really shortly. Efficiency 2, 1.
Enemy unit down.
Does get a nice AT gun shots there, taking out one of the AT Hetzers. This one does stay alive, does decrew the AT gun. Snipers will escape on out of there. Has not a whole lot of health, but anything above 0 is fine for a sniper. AT gun does get decrewed and losing 2 levels of efficiency on that AT gun. It is actually quite big.
Armor ready to take it to him. We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
And finds that landmine. You swept it earlier, but did not actually clear it. Keeping the Calliope in that region wouldn't be half bad. Something to distract and body block the ATS or allowing the snipe rifleman to get some sticky bombs off. What sticky bomb was thrown? Does he actually get engine damage somehow? Throws out an AT grenade as well. Destroyed engine right on the ATSer. Now the ATS is now playing up the Sherman Calliope from running back, so the Sherman Calliope may actually go down. Or does go down there, but we'll use the ATSer with it as well. Calliope's Calliopes are 650 manpower. Well, I think Hetzer's what, 600? Yeah, it's going to be relatively equal trade right there. Barring all the sticky bombs. Fully immobilized there. He's lost a lot of AT Hetzers. It may be a good idea to go for a broken Tiga to get them all recovered, if possible. Because there's one right there at least. Not sure if there's anything. Oh, he can recover 2-2 right there, so our Bergen Tiga could recover quite a bit of assets. AT gun does roll and bounce there. Rifleman should just start hitting these Panzergrenadiers. And playback over. I think the Panzer player is backed out of the game. I don't think the Panzer player had a whole lot of infantry units even left. Like, I only see these 2 here. By the way, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see. Whoop, where was that? Right there. And I do want to cast another replay. He sent me in 4. I just want to make sure I cast at least 2 today. So, Win versus Hacker. Not sure if he's actually a hacker. Let's not worry about accusations at the moment. Let's go for this one here. I want to make sure I get 2 of his cast. And then we can start going for some 2v2s. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Cup Heroes 1 replay. Couldn't think of what game this was. Spawn on the left side as the Panzer Elite player, we have Lay Pepsi. Spawn on the right side as the US player, we have a foreign name. This is not an uncommon map to see 2 Kettengrads, but it is going to go for Panzergrenadiers.
Panzergrenadier squad ready.
Yep, first squad of Panzergrenadiers are out on the field. We got second squad of engineers, third squad of engineers. Switch out the US player. We got a good idea what the Panzer Elite player doing. This engineer squad will likely pull out the barracks somewhere in this region. Nope, right there.
Got the point. It's ours now.
And he's grabbing the fuel point and now going to this munitions point here. It looks like he's just wants some early fuel, or nope, sandbags? These people are much better than me. But it seems a little bit weird having sandbags being deployed out there. He must be worried about this being a hit, so that he's building sandbags there to get reinforcements right there to defend that point, I'm guessing.
Listen up, squad.
We do have the engineers coming in for some wire here.
Engineers reporting.
Nope, they're going straight for... Nope. Actually, yeah, he is going for wire. It's just a little bit more deeper than I was expecting. Most people just throw them right there, not necessarily all the way over here. Engineers do find the Panzer Grenadiers. They won't be able to deal with them. This Kaliningrad is making its way forward. He could take time to wire off this region as well. But looks like all the Panzer Grenadiers are heading up north. This munitions and fuel point will be captured on up. If he's paying attention to the tactical mini-map, you'll see this sector glowing or blinking red. And that is a squad of G43s now. Oh, we got immediate doctoral lock-in of Luftwaffe ground forces. Got camouflage Kaliningrad trying to sneak around.
Our fuel point is being taken by the enemy.
And that may have given him an idea of what is going on. He may realize it's a stealth Kaliningrad. It may be a bit hard to realize it because it's, well, a camouflage Kaliningrad.
A fuel point is being seized.
Rifleman squad pushes away back up here. And the Kaliningrad does find a nice position right there behind the hedge line.
On point.
We're losing ground out there.
Does interrupt the Kaliningrad there. Decides to bully around the Rifleman for a bit. And he will need to fall back, though there will be these two Panzer Grenadiers here. Rifleman squad is pushing way forward. Now he definitely knows what doctrine his opponent's gone for. Having the Kaliningrad can't disappear like that. Yep, now he knows exactly what doctrine he's going to be fighting against. Now he can plan accordingly. Over here, got the engineers trying to capture that fuel point, at least decapture it at a minimum. And he will go ahead and get that fuel point decaptured. Does fall back, very nice. And these Panzer Grenadiers are engaging these riflemen.
Our front lines are collapsing.
Good damage there on the Rifleman squad. The other squad has fallen back a little bit. As this engineer is capturing the fuel point now. This guy is capturing the fuel point, and the engineer is capturing the VP. Getting a bit of early VP game could be quite useful. And now we've got the Panzer Grenadiers advancing. The Riflemen are advancing as well, while the other squad has fallen on back.
Rifleman, steady!
Going along this bush line will be good, give them light cover, and help potentially flank some of these models. So the bushes in the computers too at least provide omnidirectional cover. Riflemen getting some good damage on in now, and then start focusing down this Panzer Grenadier. Both Panzer Grenadier squads are now falling back. Very nice.
Triage center is up and going.
A nice triage center. I do like seeing triage centers nice and early to get these guys topped off in health, because getting a little bit extra health does pay out on a long run. Helps preserve your manpower income. Engineers do push forward to heavy cover there, but it's out of range. Thank you for the raid, Agentino Soros. Welcome to the stream. We do got the fuel point being decaptured by the Kaliningrad. The engineers capturing up the munitions point. And we do have the engineers trying to bait these Panzer Grenadiers nice and close so they can fight from heavy cover, but he does back away and will start taking pot shots at long range. Rifleman squads are advancing, trying to get some light cover here. And these engineers trying to advance towards the center of the map, maybe eyeing for this point here, or maybe this point here. Panzer Grenadiers, however, pushing right there. Looks like this bit of wire was cleaned on up, not sure from what. And these engineers might be trying to wire off this region. Tank traps. Engineers do get some nice heavy cover right there as the Panzer Grenadiers are inside the church now. And the engineers are not being upgraded with Flamer anytime soon. Kaliningrad is creeping its way forward, trying to decapture that fuel point. Very nice. We got this Kaliningrad capturing the regular point as these forces capture some points. We do now have infantry half-track deployed on our field. I was sort of expecting a 2-2 at this point in time, but infantry half-track's not a half-bad option. It sounds like it's upgraded up with just nothing. Bolt-action rifles, no G43s. The rifle squad immediately falls back as this one's trying to recapture up this cutoff point.
Cut off from supply.
Kaliningrad does get spotted there. We have not heard of sticky bomb research just yet, so you can't throw a sticky bomb there. And the Kaliningrad's just so hard to track down. Speaking of which, infantry half-track is going to be advancing. And luckily, he's built this random bit of heavy cover right there, so he should be able to help fight out a bit more successfully. Kaliningrad is capturing up the fuel point and the munitions point now, as this engineer still going around capturing some points, and this guy is eyeing for the cutoff point. Or a cutoff point, because these lines are basically two giant cutoff points.
Able Company has the point.
Rifleman heading for this cutoff point as well, so he's trying to deny all the income against the Panzer Elite player. To be fair, that's basically the US player right now as well. He only has a single munitions point in supply. Infantry half-track's doing a good job of just sort of camping this point, preventing it from being recaptured. And this point has been decaptured as well, but we've got the G43 squad inside the garrison. We've got this Panzer Grenadier squad trying to recapture the point now. Kaliningrad maybe actually trying to capture the point itself instead. And maybe trying to pursue these Rifleman squad. Getting some good damage there. The Rifleman squad won't be able to stick around for much longer. They do fall back now, and the infantry half-track is still in this region. No sticky bomb research just yet. Which he probably does need a sticky bomb research sooner rather than later if he really wants to deal with this infantry half-track the current rate.
A victory point.
Because he's having trouble maintaining close to it. Engineer squad does drop a model there, but does fall back, doesn't get fully wiped.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
And engineers are making their way forward, decapturing this point as well.
Stand to.
They do get that point decaptured, but they may get wiped out by the Panzer Grenadier squad. Not even close.
Casualties.
Overall, the Panzer Elite players just maintaining good field control, just constantly decapturing this cutoff point, denying the fuel, denying the munitions. At this point in time, what would you go for? We know he's gone for Luftwaffe ground forces. We haven't seen any Luftwaffe squads. Switch over to him. He hasn't selected, but he hasn't selected either ability or line. He hasn't had really command points, really. It's actually been a pretty low command point game. Been 90 minutes and still only 1.5 command points.
Advances.
Infantry half-track does get repaired on up. Very nice.
Ready for instructions.
Rifleman squad against a good volley there. Does camouflage away. Does not have damage engine either. Now we do have the Luftwaffe ground forces deployed out in the field. A nice durable repair squad. Field support squad. G43 squad is advancing forces back to the engineers. He does get the cutoff point re-secured. However, there's no resources for him to get back in supply. We got the Panzer command. He has playing light half-track. He doesn't realize how far ahead he is right now. His opponent is nowhere. Oh no, never mind. He's going from AT gun. Light half-track would be useful versus the Greyhound, but not exactly versus the AT gun. Support weapon center being deployed out now. Maybe trying to go for a sniper or two. Could be for a mortar team, but I doubt that. Or a 30 cal. I also doubt that. Nobody deploys those stuff. Hey, we'll go for snipers. Landmine was deployed out there. It may have been spotted by the Panzer Grenadiers. And now the Rifleman Engineer squad coming, trying to push their way forward, trying to secure up the sector. We got the Rifleman squad trying to engage the infantry half-track.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Does fall back. It's probably a good idea he falls back sooner rather than later, because
Supply lines
This
are
Panzer Grenadiers in
broken.
the region,
We have
he's just way
territory
outnumbered,
cut
so going
off from
completely
supply.
surrounded. And I think the Panzer Elite player is just doing a great job, and he's probably going to win this game at the current rate. Playing very safe, very effectively. The only thing he's been aggressive with those Kettengrads, and with the camouflage ability, he can be very aggressive with those things. Panzer Grenadiers are behind the light cover there. Luftwaffe ground forces in a bit open ground. It does force back both of those squads. Decides to fall back both the squads maybe a little bit early, unless he's trying to get a building built. Maybe we just want to get their health topped off, trying to preserve his manpower. US sniper being deployed on out. No Greyhound yet.
They're going after one of our munitions points.
And we got this rifleman squad trying to push us forward, but we'll get outnumbered. Kettengrad here, topped off in health. Now I got the engineers, riflemen, and the AT gun advancing forward, trying to get this cutoff point and try to secure some more ground. If we've got a pair of another rifleman and engineer as well. Is he just lacking riflemen? That's the 3 squads.
We won't last long.
Rifle squad will get overwhelmed. They're not in any sort of cover as well. The light half-track does score a kill there and receives a good hit from the AT gun. It could potentially be finished off. Does get finished off there. Though it does claim one more model.
Enemy unit down.
Nice little pick there. Though it's not a critical unit at this point in time. We do got the supply yard level 1 production. And it looks like Kettengrad goes down as well. Just one Kettengrad remaining. They've got this landmine here as well. So that could be swept by the Kettengrad.
Work is done here.
Another light TF track does find that one, does destroy it. There's still this one here.
Point captured. Eyes on me. That's it. Construction finished.
Sandbags being deployed on out. Very nice. You know, if these Panzer Grenadiers are going to be advancing, they should be able to force back these engineers no problem.
Get the best pounded out of us.
And some good damage there. Riflemen capture the munitions point as these forces start advancing. Kettengrad still running around. Infantry half track still alive. Very nice. And now we do have a mortar half track. Remember seeing beforehand, looks like that wire was cleaned up. We got a pair of tank traps here. No wire, but just tank traps. And the riflemen do get inside this garrison as well. Mortar half track trying to find hit perhaps on this engineer squad. Nope, hitting the other one. This building here does have a handful of windows, about 3 or 4 to fire from this angle.
Rifle squad has the objective.
And also mortar does force back that engineer. Got a landmine here for the US player as well. And heavy cover for these Panzer Grenadiers. They did force back the rifleman squad, a bit too good of a position for those Panzer Grenadiers and Luftwaffe ground forces.
Sniper ready for battle.
And looks like trying to de-garrison that garrison, which has already been de-garrisoned. Bars have been researched, very nice. And still no doctrine has been selected either. Rifleman squad's making their way forward. And now it has a 2-2. 2-2 will go ahead and skirmish around, get some nice backdrop there for the autocannon shots. And the rifleman squads do fall back. Kettengrad makes its way forward.
We've upped the ante.
And
Production is
Rangers.
now at double
Rangers
time.
do make sense. He needs to get out some anti-tank
300
vehicle
points left.
weapons on the field, something a bit more mobile. He can upgrade Thompson to also get some more damage output, which he's doing right now, spending all of his remaining munitions
Sector
on it.
being captured.
That landmine was destroyed by a mortar. Very nice. Getting those mortars, landmines destroyed will help out in the long run. Just one less unexpected surprise.
Observation posts report we are losing a sector.
Reinforced. Machine guns for everyone.
Thompson's being deployed
Supply
on
lines
out.
are broken. We have territory out of supply.
See, there's the mortar half-track. We got 2 mortar half-tracks on the field, going for a lot of indirect fire support. You may want to get a guy inside this garrison just to hold the line for the mortars. Something just to give continuous spotting and keeping the riflemen in check. Leningrad will be spotted there. No sticky bomb research, I believe. 2-2 is in the region. And notice he does find a opening there for the 2-2 advance, but the Leningrad is quite wounded. I'm gonna try to focus down the Leningrad now. The Leningrad does go down. Let's see what we have for the Panzer League player. Decides to blitz away. Keep on selecting the wrong player. Got a lot of light vehicles there. A lot of manpower stored on up. And I see Kampfgruppe Company, Panzer Command, Panzer Support Command. But I do not see... Yep, he needs this research before we get out the Panther research. Infantry half-track has been loaded up with a STG squad, and he's in the middle of them. We haven't seen sticky bombs just yet.
A fuel point from us.
And right now, how many light vehicles does he have? He has 1, 2, 2, 1 AT infantry half-track, 2 mortar half-tracks, and 1 light AT half-track. A lot of light vehicles. Up north, Panzer Grenadiers and the Luftwaffe ground forces are advancing. Does use suppressive fire ability on one of those rifle squad.
Kampfgruppe Company is available to take the field.
And decides to fall back with both of those squads. Sniper does fire a shot, but rolls a miss because those squads were retreating back. Light half-track does find a kill there as well. Finds another good kill there as well. I don't know why. It seems like light half-tracks, either they're really effective against infantry, or sometimes they are not effective whatsoever. Rangers using fired up, trying perhaps to get inside the garrison. Looks like an AT gunshot does connect onto the light half-track. Bazookas fired, both connect, takes up the light half-track, so there goes down another light half-track. So he should have... Oh, that's actually not a upgradement for Panther research, but it's a separate upgrade entirely. Mortar half-track does throw an incendiary mortar here and burning up his own guys.
The promotion of veteran sergeant is available for assignment.
Target is ours. Luftwaffe reinforced commander. Awaiting orders.
Elite Fallschirmjäger infantry are now available to Kampfgruppe Leer.
He may decide for Fallschirmjägers instead of going for a Panther, so he uses manpower. STG squad and the infantry half-track are going to be pursuing this engineer squad, getting some great body blocks there. Though his control over the infantry half-track has been quite poor, and does decide to not pursue it whatsoever. G43 squad does get suppressive fire onto the rifleman squad, pinning it and forcing him back. This rifleman squad is advancing. He is quite wounded. Sniper, however, along the ridge, getting another good kill. Kill number 6, getting efficiency 1. Oh, good mortar hits there.
We're taking fire.
No Panther research just yet. Rifleman squad has been forcing back. And that G43 squad's on the wrong side. He used fired up, does use fired up there on the Ranger squad. And it's starting to sprint on forward, does get behind heavy cover there. He does spot the infantry half-track there. Bazookas can make short work of it. He does have STGs loaded in the back of it, getting some great damage in there. Both bazookas connect, but that may not be enough. It's going to be a bit of time before he reloads and find another round. And plus, only one bazooka is actually up and going. He does fall back now. He may lose the Ranger. The Ranger squad does manage to escape on out of there barely. That is a US landmine there. Of course, you need to deploy out a munitions
Butterfly bombs are
half-track
now
The
available
enemy
for
has
use
fallen
against
to
to
get out landmines. Though I suppose butterfly bombs are another possibility as well. And that's maybe where all those munitions are going to be going. Maybe eyeing for a lot of butterfly bombs. Just scatter them everywhere. Not sure where he actually planted them. But either way, we got the Rifleman squad advancing, trying to get some rounds into the infantry half track. SCG squad does load up in the back of it. And that's not Panther Research, but a Kettengrad. Mortars are raining on top of the Rifleman squad. M1 AT gun advancing as well. And these guys do get forced back from the Rifleman squad. The Jaeger Support Command has just been researched, so now he can probably get out Panther Research. Though I don't know if he's gotten his Panzer Support Command upgrade.
Our engineering has stepped even further ahead of our enemies.
The improved repairs would be very useful, that's for sure. The infantry tractors will be falling back as well. Kettengrad is still... the fresh Kettengrad is going around capturing some points. 2-2 here is still in defensive position, trying to guard the flanks. And this VP is captured by the Panzer League player, and the US player is counting down tickets quite quickly. And now we do got a Hellcat here. Incendiary Mortar does connect as well. This Hellcat's not from off-map combat group because I don't see the 50 cal upgrade, so he actually built that one.
Depot to the enemy.
And that Rifleman squad's receiving quite a bit of fire right there. We'll need to fall back relatively shortly. Hellcat roaming around, rolls a miss there onto the Panzer Grenadiers. We've got a landmine being built there. Yes, there's a landmine right. Hard to see, but you can see one circle here, here, and here. So the landmine's right there. Mortars are raining on in, missing some shots there, but nice little barrage. The Kettengrad is here for spotting. Luftwaffe ground forces advancing, perhaps with the support of the 222. There, of course, is the Ranger squad themselves over here, so Luftwaffe ground forces will have a bit of trouble there, but the mortars, all depends where the mortars land. Now we've got Parapanthers out in the field. So Panther Research has been researched and deployed. Rangers falling on back, trying to avoid this Panther. Does send a bazooka around there. One does bend, one does bounce. Could have been a crush move action. I thought he was going to crush, do a crush action. Decides to run over his own tank traps there. He takes out both his tank traps there, as well as the Kettengrad carcass, so he cannot use Bergantiga to recover that. Rifleman squads are advancing. An AT gun here, another US landmine there, very nice. The other Panthers are right here. G43 squad here may use suppressive fire ability. And we've got this city building that's set ablaze by incendiary mortar. Good mortar hit there. Use suppressive fire ability on the other squad there, preventing him from really advancing. He may try to go for a sticky bomb onto the mortar half track, but does not get one off. Rangers are advancing as well. The one model that dropped down was a Thompson model. The other two bazookas still up and going. And does use suppressive fire ability there onto the Rangers. Puts his fired up to get back and going out. Bazooka some roll miss onto the Panzer Grenadiers. And that mortar does roll a miss there. Trying to use the engineers key to capture the point there. Pair of bazookas does connect, at least one does. Up north we do have the sniper and engineers push the way forward. Hellcat does get the kill there onto that AT track. And now the Hellcat's one shot away from death. Good hit there. Mortar does find a hit as well. Main gun destroyed. We've got the AT gun here as well.
The enemy is weakening even now.
Does get a kill there on the Hellcat now. There's a US landmine here. And now I've got this AT gun now being overran by the STG squad, though you may find this landmine there. Using the Panther to destroy the AT gun wouldn't be half bad. And he does destroy whatever that was.
Panzer, the enemy has but 25
Looks
points
like an
remaining.
AT gun
Press
there,
on.
so hard for me to tell. Looks like we got some fresh butterfly bombs here. Very fresh. Now Panthers makes his way forward. Does try to find a crush action there. Doesn't look like he has sticky bomb research at the moment. We've got the local off-ground forces here getting some pot shots into it as well. Good hit there by the Panther. Even destroys the light cover. And that's the end of the replay. It looks like the US player has backed out of the game. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Now let's do a 2v2 now. That game wasn't a bad game. It was just a little bit slow. I don't know why. It just felt slow. So yeah, let's go for a 2v2. This should work. Yep, sorry about that. I hit my microphone once again. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the right side as the US player of Magnolia, spawning as teammate as the US player with Brutal Hummel, who's not playing Panzer Elite. Looks like I got some accusations already. As their opponent, as the Wehrmacht player, we have Happiness, spawning as the other Wehrmacht player of Salo. We've got, of course, the barracks being deployed on now, as well as a support weapons center. Likely going for, I'm guessing, 30 cal into a bunch of snipers. There's the 30 cal. Given because I don't want to run into MG and sniper. That's a little bit too late for that board. Unless he's going to go straight for a whole bunch of MGs and no snipers. Could be trying to stall out for a bunch of Rangers, right? Pioneers captured these points here now. Looks like both the X players going mostly focused towards the southern area. Not big surprise. Engineers who captured this point here. I wasn't really paying attention to most of the conversation, so I'm missing something here.
We've got the point.
Hey, just let me grab my tools.
Does capture the munitions point there. So far, oh, there's the first bullet fired. It's a Schimwagen hitting the engineers. One engineer models do go down. Very nice. Rifleman squad going to be shooting in his back. And Schimwagen's now deciding to fall on back as well. Got the MG42 being deployed on out. Does not find an angle on the Rifleman squad. Rifleman could get inside the garrison, but they would not be finding the MG42. MG42 decides to fall back a little bit. Oh, a mortar team. I was not expecting a mortar team at this moment in time. I suppose if I had enough MG42s, a mortar team wouldn't be half bad. Jeeps do find the Schimwagens. The Riflemen are behind some heavy cover as well. Pioneers and Engineers are fighting out each other. The oldest nemesis in the game. The 30 cal does find a hit there on the Schimwagen. That course does alert them what he has gone, when the US players have gone forward. Rifleman squad is suppressed there. Engineers and Pioneers engaging out, but most of the Pioneers should be able to win out, especially with the reinforcing Pioneer squad. Does capture the point there. They will late retreat there, but shouldn't be any risk of being wiped out. Jeep is still quite healthy there. This one is, Schimwagen is quite wounded. And do got a sniper being deployed out by the Wehrmacht player. And he does call it out as well. And so now, that gives him free reign to build his own snipers if he was ever holding back on deploying out snipers.
This isn't anything like the training.
Mortar team throwing some rounds over here. Looks like a barrage in the wrong sector. Jeep pushes way forward. Rifleman squad advancing as well. Rifleman does fall back. There's a lot of forces in this region. 2 Schimwagens, a Grenadier, and a whole bunch of Pioneers along with the MG42. Engineers going to be captured this munitions point here, trying to engage the Pioneers. Schimwagen's firing at point-blank range. Doesn't have time to decapture it. Over here, we've got these Pioneers laying down landmine there. Very nice. as the Jeep is falling back, receive a bit too much fire.
Order ready.
Mortar firing a barrage, largely missing as well. An observation post has been completed. Most of the fuel point has been observation posts, so likely meant for an early Greyhound. For one of the players, or for both. And either way, it would be useful if the first one's going to go for armor, because you know one of them's going to go for armor. The other one's going to go for infantry. That pretty much sums it up to 2v2s. Or to dual US. Good suppression there, large thanks to the fact that he started hitting the Jeep with the MG42, providing AoE suppression on these other forces. 30 count is down to one less model, trying to avoid the sniper. Mortar team will likely get wiped out. It is actually deployed out, so won't get destroyed. US sniper deployed on the field. Jeep trying to get some shots there. It does go out there now. Engineers do fall back. Got the MG42 advancing. Could be a bit of lag as well. Something I noticed in releasing Company Heroes 2, they want to finish their move action before they take any other action, such as like, if your unit is suppressed and they're crawling on the ground, they get out of suppression, but they're still crawling on the ground, issue them a stop order and then remove them tends to fix that. Engine 42s fall back. There's, of course, a US landmine here. 30 cal has been captured as well as the mortar. So that's a lot of free weapons for the Axis players. Not a good start for the US players.
Sniper is ready for action.
Another US sniper, 2 snipers, 3 or 2 engineers. Rifle squad's moving their way forward. Maybe a good idea to go for another mortar team. This is so many support weapons. Let's see, he does have one command point. Which means he could, if he gets 2, he should be able to get route rangers. Maybe going out for some rangers to replenish his force. Engineers does receive some snipe shots there. Jeep is falling on back. We've got some shots there. 2 Wehrmacht snipers now deployed out on the field. That's going to be a bit of a problem.
Armored company on fast deployment.
Oh, so much for the idea of pulling out rangers or paratroopers. He's gone for armor.
The enemy is after.
Unknown doctrine selected. I believe he has selected a doctrine. Could have more than one command point. His teammates' snipers are advancing forward. He has quite a bit of resource stockpile as well. And we do got a tank depot here. If possible, rather than going for an M10 or a Hellcat, going for a quick Sherman wouldn't be half bad with so many support weapons. So that's a little bit of a tall order. Landmines being laid down. We got stormtroopers deployed and out. 1 Patrick already queued. So we do have seen one of them has gone for Blitzkrieg. Rifleman trying to recapture the northern points there, and without that MG still alive, he can't just plant it up here. So the snipers still provide a bit of a problem there. Ooh.
Enemy
Double kill! Oh! Oh, that was good. I thought he was going to shoot both of them at one guy, but I think he got either really good micro or got really lucky that they target individual ones there. Now that is what they need to get back in the game. Taking out those 2 snipers like that, excellent.
Out here.
Jeep's getting repaired on
operations.
defensive operations, which means he has gone for infantry doctrine. Let's switch over to the Wehrmacht player. We got defensive and Blitzkrieg as well, so everyone has gotten their doctrine selected. And since they're all Wehrmacht and US, I can switch between the players and not have the music bug out. Landmines being deployed now, observation posts being deployed now, trying to try and claw back some more resources. I do got a Hellcat. I imagine I would say go for a Sherman tank at this point in time. I can't blame them for going for a Hellcat. It's much cheaper. There is a U.S. landmine right there as well, which you can push these Volksgrenadiers into it. Does receive a Panzerfaust shot there. AT gun does connect as well. May see another Panzerfaust from this guy here. He's perhaps lining up a Panzerfaust now. Got global repairs being activated, so the Panzerfaust will not get the kill there. Takes up the Shimwagen. Greyhound's advancing. Does have armor skirts. No 50 cal upgrade. And do got a casualty clearing bunker somewhere. Hellcat will need back some distance off there. Panzerstruck advancing, hitting the engineer, which is actually good for the US players because you don't want that Panzerstruck hitting the vehicles like that. It does fall back entirely. Captured 30 cal is in the region. There is a landmine deployed off of the Wehrmacht player right there. Another good hit there as well. 2 landmines here. This rifleman squad may find a landmine, as well as the MG, all the MGs. Does fall back now. Over here, Volksgrenadier are advancing forward. We got the Pak-30 and mortar, all quite stacked up quite densely. Let's switch over to the infantry doctrine here. An off-map pile shoot should be available relatively soon, which could go ahead and displace these port weapons quite quickly, though he does need a bit more munitions. His teammate has... Oh, no, this is not completed. That's a bit of an oversight. He needs to get that completed as soon as possible. This one was complete as well, so it's going for a lot of munitions there, which would be great for both the armor and the infantry doctrine. Got a fresh Wehrmacht sniper, has gotten 1 kill. MP42 trying to be reclaimed by the Volksgrenadiers. Looks like they're sort of dancing around. I only see 4 models there. Oh no, there's 5 models. A Hellcat does find a shot onto the MG itself, and it's going. No, he's focus firing the MG. Jeep does receive a Pak-38 shot there as well. Receives a miss. And fires 2 shots there in the Pak-38 getting decrewed. And if they don't get that captured, that thing's pretty far forward. That could be a free gun for the Allies. Hellcat is advancing, nearly at full health. And he's going to destroy the Pak-38, but he is receiving fire from the Pak-38, and that does get decrewed as well. Another Hellcat has been deployed on out the field. And these rifleman squads will need to fall back relatively soon. AT gun was focused down. It was possible that he would capture it, but he wanted to make sure it was dead, which I don't exactly blame him.
Artillery support is asking on targets.
Off-map power shoots now available. This observation post has been completed. You got a double Panzerstruck Stormtrooper here as well. And this guy is a bit wounded. This may be enough. Does get spotted. Finds a snipe shot there. Both hit with a Pak-38 shot there. I wasn't sure if the 2 Panzerstrucks was enough, but the 2 AT gun to boot was enough. US snipers having a lot of targets in front of them. Wehrmacht snipers now advancing. Has 3 kills. As we know that we know that he's alive, and they know that it's alive. Oh, asking for mortar smoke? Nice. Oop, landmine detonation. Rifleman finds a landmine there. We got this sniper here. Volksgrenadiers here. AT gun, captured mortar, and there's a casualty bunker there. Let's get the decrew on the US captured mortar. No MG inside of the garrison either.
Krauts are grabbing our territory.
Go ahead and claim out that mortar. And now we've got off-map power shoot raining on in. That's a horrendous off-map power shoot. It is a down the middle of a 7-10 split. Let's get a decrew there. I would say, if possible, get that rifleman to capture that Pak-38. That is a very good weapon to capture up at this point in time. Hellcat's going to be focusing down the gun itself. Now the Jeep does spot this Pack 30 as well, and the Jeep is going to get some good shot off from the infantry as well, potentially able to get a decrew. Pack 30 is almost down, does get the wipe there on the Pack gun, very nice. And the Pack gun does go down, and we got the Volkswagen being forced on back. They had such a powerful, great advantage, but they just slowly got picked away by those snipers. We do got the stormtroopers trying to get some Panzerschreck shots off. They need a follow-up shot as well. Maybe the Grenadiers can go forward with Panzerfaust. Wait, no, Grenadiers can't get Panzerfaust. Never mind. But if you got Panther here, global repairs have been activated there. Panzerschreck does connect, but it was not enough. The global repairs should be able to ward off the Panther. Good hits there. The Panther's down to half health. Of course, we got one Warframen half-track deployed out as well. Stormtroopers being repaired up as well. Picks up the Jeep there, and snipers do connect with the Stormtroopers. Speaking of which, the sniper here is alive. More casualties being recovered as well. We just got a free Grenadier squad, so it doesn't get extra Grenadier anytime soon. Both US snipers of Vector C2 getting some great damage in.
Down.
Enemy unit down. I'm not sure from what. May have been the mortar hits. And taking out a medic. Up north, the engineers trying to capture the points there. No triage center for his. No, looks like they have a shared triage center, which has its pros and cons. But that engineer goes forward, it's going to get blown up. That's so low in health.
Army now holds the point.
Casualty clearing bunker has been destroyed. Maybe a little bit too far forward. Pat should have put it behind the line of sight blocker, though he wanted the forward reinforcements as well. Going for a 30 cal emplacement, not bad. Just something to try to keep that area secure. And it's also resilient to snipers.
We're all that's left.
And a good hit there as well. And it looks like one of the Hellcats actually went down the Warframen, camouflaged as well. Howitzer. Oh, we do got a Sherman tank now on the field. I do like seeing the Sherman tanks. We know this Panther on the field. Panther's advancing. And now you got the M2 available. Hellcat does find a pen there, and the M118 gun rolls a bounce. Hellcat finds another pen there as the other forces does get some bounces. And the Hellcat will be backing on off. Engineers will take a bit of time to repair up everything. Another Hellcat deployed out on the field.
Point captured. Taking automatic fire.
Rifleman should be able to get the decrew on that MG42, but of course got the base MG here. Decides to fall back, very nice. Good shots there. U.S. sniper does wipe out the stormtrooper there, though. Did a U.S. sniper actually get wiped out? Yes, this sniper did get killed off. So stormtrooper for a sniper. Stormtroopers probably are. It's probably a relatively equal trade, honestly. Stormtroopers, of course, can get a pair of Panzerschrecks, which that one did hit those vehicles, and he's gone for armor. But you don't really want to lose a sniper either. M2 barrage raining on in, rolling some misses. There's also a drop to bar. We've got two Warframen half-tracks in this region. Grenadier with a Panzerschreck, and the Panther is now advancing. It looks like we may see a sticky bomb there. Yes, sticky bomb has been thrown. Nope, sticky bomb was not thrown. Attempted to be thrown, but wasn't actually thrown. This Wehrmacht player has gotten two Panthers out in the field.
Front shifting. Routes are cracking.
And I think he's the one who's gone for Blitzkrieg as well. Got grenade research, interesting. Trying to go for another sticky bomb, but he does back away from that rifleman squad. Does get a good hit there. And now we do, of course, also have a Flak 88 with 2 levels of veterancy. And, ooh, good crushes there as well. Does get a sticky bomb off. Doesn't snare the engine. and the engineers are severely wounded. Engineers are falling back, soft retreating to his teammates' HQ area. We do got a fresh US sniper out in the field. It is not camouflage at the moment. Wehrmacht snipers right there as well. Another Warframe barrage. Panthers are charging the way forward. He may run over the snipers. Good hits there by the two AT guns. Now Hellcats advance as well. Finds a bounce. These guys efficiency too. They do have the pintle mounts now as well.
We've got new recruits.
And good hits there. Multiple good hits there onto the Hellcat. Does get global repairs active. Forks and destroys that Black 88. One does roll a miss there, saving the Hellcat.
Enemy unit lost.
Now it looks like the Wehrmacht sniper does go down there. Does lose an AT gun, but that's probably a good trade. US snipers in the region trying to hit this Grenadier. Mortar has been reclaimed. Hellcat receiving a bit too much fire. Now smoldering wreckage. Panthers are wounded, but nothing critical at the moment. We do got a minesweeper squad, two minesweeper squads here, as well as repair engineers. Hellcat receiving quite a bit of fire there. Regular Sherman tanks should be able very effective versus these Volks Grenadiers. Now we've got global bears being activated now as well. Getting some hits there on these forces, but these vehicles are getting their health topped off. Got Blitzkrieg being activated there. So one of the snipers does get caught up by the Panthers. Now AT gun has been claimed. No sticky bombs at the moment. Does get a nice rear armor hit there. This one does get tied up in the terrain. AT gun has two models there. Gets a good hit there. Plenty of line of sight there. Fires another shot there. Gets the kill there on the Panther. It now gives the AT gun immediately efficiency 2. Now we've got long-barreled 76 Sherman tanks. Got a second M2 now out in the field as well. Raining some barrages onto this field. Panther getting repaired on up. We've got, of course, the repair bunker still alive. And engineers trying to repair up the Sherman tank now. Let's take a quick look at everybody's resources. The US armor player does not have a whole lot of manpower nor munitions. Plenty of fuel. But that was the infantry player. The armor player has plenty of manpower, saving up for the Pershing. Not a whole lot of munitions at the moment. And also does only have field repairs, not allied war machine. I think an engineer squad also went down right there. For the defensive player, not a lot of manpower, not a lot of, well, plenty of fuel, plenty of munitions, just not a lot of manpower. And for the Blitzkrieg player, he immediately went down the manpower blitz line. I do like seeing that. And he's getting, well, doesn't have a whole lot of fuel, so he's been spending his fuel quite a bit. We got another Knights Cross Order and another Panther on the build queue. Going for Panthers does make sense since he's fighting against a lot of armor. Knights Cross Order has 1 level of efficiency. The tanks have 2 levels of efficiency. Have 2 levels of efficiency on the support vehicles and no levels of efficiency, or no level of efficiency support weapons, but it does too have 1 level of efficiency on the infantry. Improved line of sight, and now got register artillery now raining on in right here. Got a late response there. These guys are getting annihilated. One Recruit squad does get wiped out by the register artillery. That was a really good register artillery there. And also, I think splashing down the Pershing a bit as well. Hellcat is advanced as well. It does use global repairs. AT gun is in the mix as well. He gets a great hits there on the Panther. Warframe does find a hit there on the Pershing as well as a Panzerschreck. Ultimate power shoot running on in from his teammate. Does force back the Grenadiers and getting good hits in. Nice crossholders are advancing.
The Germans are after one of our munitions points.
Ooh, great hit there on that Knights crossholders. Warframe barrage. didn't sound like a full Warframe barrage, but looks like I did fire it all off. Got 3 rounds here and 3 rounds here. I don't know why, it just seemed like it was maybe interrupted. Nice cross orders do get forced on back. 2 US snipers are pushing way
Destroyed
forward.
an 88 site.
28 kills, or 20 kills and 4 kills. Flak 88 was the crew. Wait, was that the support weapon of the actual Flak 88 crew there? Nope, that was a different crew. I can see different models there. Panther getting some good hits there on the Hellcat. Hellcat receiving quite a bit of fire. The big cat's hunting down the small cat. And the small cat does go down. Panthers are receiving the fire there, trying to get repaired on up. Pershing has no levels of veterancy just yet. Once he gets a kill of a Panther, then he's able to get some good amount of veterancy. Sherman 6 is advancing as well. Got the 2 snipers getting some shots onto the Flak 88, getting it decrewed once again. Pershing needs global fuel repairs as well. We're seeing lots of fire there. Rolls of miss there, saving the Pershing. Now we've got veterancy 3 Panthers as well. Wolfman and Barrage running on in. Sherman tank needs to fall back as well. Did enough time to buy his Pershing retreat. And now we're seeing too much fire right now. Hellcat's advancing. See, does use Blitzkrieg right there, trying to be repaired up. Sherman tank does go down. And there goes the Hellcat as well. AT gun is level 2 efficiency, but the Blitzkrieg is being very, very problematic for him. Pershing receives another hit there. Main gun is destroyed. Is there any landmines here? Doesn't appear to be any landmines. Let's get a damage engine crit there from an AT gun. This AT gun. Pershing does go out of control right there. Takes out one of the Panthers. AT gun flying up another shot there. Gets another damage. Ooh, gets a second damage engine crit there. So that's likely another dead Panther. Needs one more hit there. It's approaching maximum range. Does get out of vision range or maximum range, but the snipers should be able to spot this area. And of course the medic station receiving fire does also spot it. Lines up a shot, but no, doesn't line up the shot there. Trying to go forward. He's trying to go for the kill. Has General A move forward. Lights up a shot there and takes the main gun out. And AT gun does get decrewed. Warfman Barrage is trying to rain on in, perhaps onto the AT gun, which is no longer alive. Rifleman is going to try to charge forward for a sticky bomb or 2.
One of our snipers is KIA.
Ooh, sniper went down as well. To the Warfman Barrage. Looks like this is the unvetted one. Another bunker being deployed out. That's likely going to be an MG bunker. Does lose that Rifleman squad. Flak 88 pushes way forward. And I think the Flak 88 got the kill on the Panther. Yep. Based on that, I wasn't really paying attention, but the Flak 88 got a friendly fire kill. Does it get veterancy for it? Oh wait, yeah, not the right faction for that sort of thing. So trading a rifleman for a Panther, not a bad trade.
To all units, light vehicles may now advance and capture territory.
No, that's not going to be a very useful ability at this point in time. Light vehicles capturing up points. Warfman Barrage is raining on in. Gets a direct hit there on the mortar. Pershing's advancing. Will find the bunker. So does the M2s. The M2s will take it out, if not the Pershing.
We're at 200 points.
Airdrop bar. Summer really dropped the bar. Knights Crossbow still only have 1 level of veterancy. They need a bit more extra veterancy. Medic station has been spotted once again. May go down, receiving quite a bit of fire. So the Pershing's going to try to save it. The medic station is 1 casualty away from getting a free rifleman squad as well. Fresh Hellcat has been deployed on out. Does use Blitzkrieg right there. At point blank range, this should be able to even out the fight with the Flamers in the region, but does force back the Flamer first. Throws out a grenade there onto the Grenadiers. They do largely dodge it. The Riflemen are getting some good damage there onto the Volksgrenadiers. The Volksgrenadiers do have 2 levels of accuracy. The Rifleman squad does fall back. Warfman barrage running on in. Switching around these engineers. Engineers won't be able to do much versus that force in front of them. Sniper level has 3 levels of accuracy, trying to fire in some more shots, perhaps onto the Flak 88. We've got Vet 3 Flak 88 and Vet 3 Warfman half tracks. Vet 3 Flak 88 may be finding a shot relatively soon.
Sniper under fire!
Rolls a miss there on the Pershing. And the M2's now raining on in. Aston Howitzers then engage the Flak 88.
Hellcat on the field!
Now if we have another Flak 88, he's maybe pulling up for a bunch of armor to go for a big push. We got 1 Panther out and 1 Stu. Pershing is going to be engaged in the Panther relatively soon, but looks like I think the Panther should be a win out in that engagement, especially with the nearby Flak 88. Flak 88 does get a good hit there onto the Rifleman, however. And it looks like the Stu finds a good hit as well. M2's now trying to barrage down the Flak 88. Getting no damage at the moment. Wolfman barrage running on in. Gets a good hit there on the Flamer engineers, but that's about it. Panthers make its way forward. Do have the Stu advancing. One Hellcat deployed out on the field. And good hits there as well. Flame Engineers advancing, getting some great flame actions there on the Knights Crossroads, leaving that almost completely wiped down. When the Flame Engineers do fall back, both Flame Engineers fall back, so does the Rifleman. Shimwagen. Shimwagen. Fresh Shimwagen? 0 kills. Both Grenadiers are down here, and this Grenadier squad trying to push their way forward. We'll find the Pershing there, rolls and miss there with the Panther Strike there. Panther rolls a bounce.
The whole war machine is ready to support our push.
And now Allied War Machine is now available, and he has 400 munitions. That's a lot of munitions. He should have enough manpower for another Hellcat, so he may be eyeing for a very big push. Speaking of which, Hellcat's now advancing. Pershing will see a bit of fire there. Once he gets field repairs up and going, the Pershing can maintain the fight. We've got some artillery rating on in the M2s. Use the global repairs now, trying to avoid the extra Flak 88 fire, which there's one there. Maybe there's off-map power shoot from his teammate. He's going to focus down, throws out a stun grenade there on the Knights Crossover. That had been a misclick. He must have been going for Panzerfaust. Flak 88 does go down. Just field repair at the moment, no Allied War Machine. Warfman's make it clean on up. This is a big, large number of Flak Hellcats here. Pershing is alive and pretty high in health. Pershing's advancing, trying to hunt down the Panther. Hellcat's doing a nice job of focus firing. Does lose a main gun there. Got Allied War Machine being activated there. A lot of these guys are quite wounded. Throws a grenade on top of the Hellcat as well. That's not what you want to do. And it looks like these Hellcats maybe just want to eye backing off the boat because their Allied War Machine is almost complete and he has not recovered any casualties at the moment. Stu's advancing forward. Does get a main gun destroyed crit. Allied War Machine has worn off. Oh, he killed his own Hellcat right there. Hellcat's falling back. This one does manage to take on out there. No, it does not. Goes down to the Warfman. A bit of a shame that he lost so much right there. Grenade was thrown. Gets good hits there onto the Flamer Engineer. These guys, when you fall back really soon, they do all fall back. Looks like this Flak 80 has gone down. I think all Flak 80s are down at the moment. The Warfman's getting repaired on up. And so is the Shimwagen. Nice crossovers at level 2. Vector C, Pershing advancing, trying to get some good hits in. Knights Crossholders are dancing around the Rifleman squad. We've got this other Rifleman squad advancing as well. Both these guys are quite wounded. We've got the medic station falling. A few more casualties. So, I think the squad is a fresh squad right there. 0 kills. Yep. Rolls a miss there onto the Vet 3 Schimwagen. Rolls another miss there. It's probably pretty hard to hit a Vet 3 Schimwagen. Pershing is at 2 levels of veterancy, which is quite important. I think that's almost now guaranteed to pin the front of a Panther.
Enemy unit down.
Warframe Barrage Fleet Whip did more friendly fire damage than not. More Warframe Barrages raining on in. We've got the nice crossholders advancing. And now the bunker is under siege. Bunker does go down there. Hashtrax through the net, getting some great damage there on that Hellcat. Got global repairs being activated. Schimwagen does go down right there. Talking about drop now. I still have some resources. Let's take a quick look at everybody's resources. The armor player has a handful of manpower, handful of munitions. Not enough for either ability at the moment, but pretty close. And fuel's a little bit low, but enough for a Hellcat. Infantry player has enough munitions for off-map power shoots and has a handful of manpower. Speaking about which, it's called an off-map power shoot somewhere. Right there, just I assume. Hellcat does stay alive. Knights Crossholder is advancing.
The enemy is down to 3.
Does wipe out Knights Crossholder there with all the flamers. Knights Crossholders all falling back. Actually, that one may be wiped out as well. Nope, there's one model in that mix there. Got global repairs not being activated. There's still a Panther in the mix. Over here, we do have, looks like, a handful of munitions, good amount of manpower and fuel. Asking for artillery somewhere, or no. Maybe it's just a mistype there. And there's something being built there as well, like another Panther, and he does need another Panther. Check the second Panther being put now. Oh, this is art. That's it. He's talking about friendly fire artillery. That's what he's talking about. And he does have a decent amount of manpower, a bit low in fuel, and needs more missions for manpower blitz. Hellcat will likely go down to the Panther. It does go down to the Panther. Can't go for a base dive at this point in time, just too much. Looks like he only has Knights Crossholders and 2 Panthers. And he does need another level of veterancy on the Knights Crossholders as well. He perhaps could use a Pioneer. Got a Flak 88 being queued up right there as a defensive Flak 88. And the 30 cal is being engaged as well. Ooh! That was a bit of a mistake there. Wiped out his teammates. Recaptured 30 cal. I suppose a minor loss. 30 cals at this point in time, they're not exactly great. Knights Crossholders doing some dancing around. Frag grenade thrown. Does get some damage to the Volks Grenadiers, not a whole lot. Rifleman squad making its way forward, getting some good damage there. This Rifleman squad also advancing as well. Knights Crossholders trying to engage at close range. Panthers are quite topped off of health. This Flak 88 has been built. This Flak 88 is being built. Is going for a pair of Flak 88s trying to deal with that armor. Hellcats pushing their way forward. Looks well. Looks like they may have gotten another recent Rifleman squad there. And Warframe squads raining all across the front line, getting a lot of sporadic damage. Nothing else being deployed out there at the moment. Pershings does receive a couple bounces there from the Panthers as the M2s are hitting the Panthers now. One level of efficiency, no levels of efficiency, and 2 levels of efficiency. Warframe barrage, no, this is Calliope barrage raining on in. Let's get some damage there. Looks like one of the Flak 88s did go down. No, that's the one that was there. And the Flak 88 is trying to hit some rounds onto those engineers. More Warframe barrages, getting some hits there onto these forces. Good hits there. A lot of good hits there. Now the barrage raining on in, getting some good damage. Does fall back. Both those models stay alive, so you may need to use the medical crate ability there. There's a drop bar. Taking damage. Must be the Pershing receiving a Flak 88 shot.
They have 200 points left.
There's fire shot out there. Another Warframe barrage raining on in. Getting some good hits. A lot of good hits there. And now we've got the Calliope barrage raining on in, trying to get some good damage on these Volksgrenadiers. Right now it's just a bit of artillery war. Volksgrenadier will capture that strategic point. Now we've got the Panthers advancing as well. This one has received quite a bit of fire. You can see the blackened front plate. And speaking about a lot of fire there's a lot of fire coming onto it now. Both these AT guns are currently unvetted. Up north, we do got the next cross orders. We'll find the mortar team. It should be able to win out that fight. He does find a landmine there as well. I think we saw that landmine there a long time ago. We saw the engineers very low health next to it. So it took him that long to find that landmine. Over here, these nice cross orders are falling back. Got the M2s now raining on in, trying to get some good hits in. This Panther may go down to the Calliope. Nope, it does not.
Germans are seizing territory from us.
Warframe barrage is raining on and trying to hit these AT guns. Finds some good hits there. And does get one of them decrewed. Next cross orders may get wiped out by those. Ooh, good Panther strikes there from the Grenadiers. And trying to go forward onto these Warframe. It does Flak 88 detected. Multiple Flak 88s. We've got the Allied War Machine activated. He needs to keep preventing 3 pushing line. Sure, Allied War Machine is active, but it's meant to keep that machine alive. And this one is not being affected by Allied War Machine. Main gun destroyed. If this one does go down, I don't think it will get replaced. Nope, it did. So even if it does not have that animation on top of it, it will get replaced. Ooh, Panther does go down, but the Tiger Panzer is pushed its way forward. AT guns trying to find some shots there on the Tiger tank. And does find some shots there, but mostly bouncing. Oh, over here, it's Sniper. Efficiency 3 Sniper can, of course, jog while camouflage. He's perhaps trying to eye for off-map combat, off-map power shooting on one of these Flak 88s. This one's quite wounded, so perhaps leave it for the artillery barrage. Warframe barrage is getting some sporadic damage on the Hellcats. And Calliope barrage is now raining on in, trying to get some good hits on those Volksgrenadiers.
Sniper ready for battle.
Sniper will spot this here. Let's see, let's check out his teammates' missions. Enough for off-map howitzer shoot, enough for probably off-map combat group as well. The sniper's actually going pretty far forward. It's just mainly going for scouting, which I do like seeing scout runs. Flamer's charging forward, annihilating the Knight's crossholders. Now the Warframe barrage is raining on in. Relatively close range Warframens do fall back there. Medic station was cleaned on up. Shimvagen, relatively fresh Shimvagen had been deployed on out. Just sniper right here. 80 gunshots does connect with the not Pershing, Tigerpanzer. Now the Vet 3 Pershing is advancing, but it's a little bit wounded. It does receive a hit there by the... not by the Panther, but it is towards where the Panther came from. Good hits there onto the Panther. Hellcat's now charging forward there as well. Damage engine crit onto the Tiger tank. We got Allied War Machine being activated, not field repairs. Pershing is getting repaired on up. One Hellcat does go down. Both Hellcats though do go down. This one will go down as well. Unable to kill there on the Tiger tank, but the Calliope does get cleaned up. That should give him, I thought it would be more than one level of efficiency, honestly. That 3 Tiger tank.
Enemy unit down.
Hellcats are pushing way forward as well. There's 3 there, so he must have really forgot to grab one. Ooh. Warframe takes out all of those repair engineers and does get some good damage around the Pershing as well. Riflemen or Flamer engineers getting some good burning actions on top of the Knight's crossholders. Knight's crossholders, none of them are quite wounded as well, and both of them in the region. These are still only Veterancy 2. You should really eye Veterancy 3 by now. Hellcat does try to camouflage there, unsuccessful shot. And Calliope does receive a shot there as well. Pershing receiving quite a bit of fire, and a Pershing Panther. A lot of P's. And now the Hellcat is receiving a little bit too deadly shots. The next Flak 88 should be able to finish it off. Yep, Flak 88 does get the kill there as well. Nice crosswords advancing. We'll find the Pershing. And there is a quad half-track. That has to be from off-map combat group. No, that's not from off-map combat group. So he actually built a half-track. Not sure why. Good Panzerfaust there. Doesn't get the kill on the Pershing there. Now we've got the 28cm rocket barrage onto the artillery piece. And it completely whiffs. It literally hit everything around it except for it. Close range Calliope barrage gained some damage there onto the Tiger, forcing him back. Now Warframe barrage running on in, wipes on another engineer squad. His teammates doing a good job repairing up his teammates' vehicles. A lot of carcasses here. The Axis players could go ahead and start salvaging them.
Posts report we are losing a sector.
And there's a lot of drop bars. Jeez. Pershing? Not sure what he's saying about right there. Vet 3, unvetted. Vet 2. Sniper camouflage its way forward as well. We'll spot the Warframens and we'll spot them firing. They're going to be firing somewhere over here. In the medic station. Ooh, and they spread out wide as well. It takes the medic station there. Very nice. And the Pershing is quite healthy at the moment, but not fully healed. Got a Calliope barrage onto those Warframens. The big cats are still in the region. Sniper, however, will spot the big cats. The VPs are heavily in favor, or slightly in favor of the Allies at 146 to 106, but their margins are decreasing. Up north, we got the Knight's Crossholders back off, being retreated. Oh, sorry, just now I saw your comment. Nobody knows what Magno say. Right here. He's playing in this game. Kill the 80 Pro. That's all we need.
Casualties being reported.
Let's get another wipe there onto the flak, onto that rifle squad. Blah, I can't speak now. Warferman's now raining on in somewhere.
The hunt to take out.
Pershing does receive a bit of fire there. And so does Calliope, but not a whole lot. Tiger Tank is still quite wounded. Gets damaged engine crit there as well. Stormtroopers only have one bazooka, panther strike there. Didn't fire off a shot either. Tiger Tank is slowly trying to crawl away. Warfermans are right here. Calliope trying to hit the Tiger Tank. Both Calliopes are now raining on in. Great damage from the Tiger Tank. Tiger Tank does go down. The Panther is receiving quite a bit of fire as well. Flame Engineers making their way forward, trying to hit these Knights Cross holders. So we do got the Shimwagon hitting these engineers as well. Up here we do have the Rifleman squad getting overran by the Knights Cross holders. Yes, and hop inside the garrison as well. Able to burn more of these Knights Cross holders. Looks like he's going for a stun grenade. It does get out of the garrison, but one of the balls does get stunned. It does get back inside the garrison. Something's down. I'm not really sure what's down. Maybe a flak 88. Well, this one does the crew that maybe was saying. Warferman Barrage are raining on in, trying to get some good damage in. The Pershing's also wounded. Hellcat now turned forward. Got global repairs being activated. Let's go back to him. Munitions are being consumed by the field repair. No allied war machine. And does take out that Hellcat there. He has a lot of resources. Doesn't really need allied war machine at the moment. Just needs to spend his resources there. Another Hellcat does go down. Having trouble getting that last remaining one. Fires, aim for it, and does not get a shot off. Calliope, Calliope Barrage raining on in.
Enemy has 100 points
And
down.
all those rockets do miss. Nice crossover switch way forward. Does get does not get a wipe on that rifleman. AT guns will likely get decrewed as well. So we can see here plenty of manpower, plenty of fuel for the other US player. Do got, of course, a absurd amount of fuel, good amount of munitions, ready to call in a lot of off-map power shoots, and themselves a bit of manpower. Speaking about off-map power shoot, going straight from the infantry here, will prevent the Tiger Tank from advancing. For here, we got plenty of manpower, plenty of fuel. No, he does have the Panzer Command as himself as well. Of course, he has Knights Cross Orders. So perhaps maybe he can play out some Panthers of his own, rather than just going for a whole bunch of support weapons. And his teammate has a good amount of fuel stored up. These, of course, need more manpower blitz to get out more tanks. He does have the 2 Panthers and the Tiger Tank. If you get those guys repaired up, perhaps going for another Panther would be a lot of armor to deal with. That 3 Pershing versus that 3 Tiger Tank. And Tiger Tank goes straight to the engineers. Rolls a miss there. Calliope Barrage raining on in. Largely getting misses this time. Gets a miss there as well. Pershing receiving some repairs. Pershing's not in on the hunt. As crossovers will force back these riflemen, no problem. The allies are running low on tickets. More Calliope Barrage is raining on. Does get damage into crit as well.
Losing a sector.
Now we've got the Warferman Barrage raining on in.
Process down.
Tiger Panzer does go down. Very nice. The Panthers are healed up. Does get immediately another Tiger Tank. As well as has Manpower Blitz activated. He doesn't have enough population room, does he, for another Panther. Huh. There's a... Oh, no, that's not floating. It just sort of crushed right there. Almost like that was floating. Warfamans are getting repaired on up. We do got a Ford HQ deployed out by this US player. Unusual thing to see at this moment in time. Grenadiers do throw a grenade. He does get out of the garrison in time. Or not really in time. We still have this half track here for some odd reason. Probably just for mobile reinforcements. Let's switch over to here. He's going for the quad half upgrade now. We do have a 18th infantry support weapon here. And oh, these Panthers and Tiger tanks, they're going deep. We've got the smoke grenade being cast in as well. AT guns, no Hellcats engaged with the high ground. That should be a good position there. Needs a field repair being activated for these Calliopes. One of them does go down. Does not have enough munitions for either ability. One Hellcats do go down here. We've got the M2 can fire a close range barrage. I think it is firing close range barrage. Panther and Tiger tank are all quite wounded. We've got the Calliope barrage coming on in as well. This may take out the Tiger tank as well as this Panther. Tiger tank has destroyed the engine crit. Main gun destroyed as well. Pershing does get the kill there. Though he's himself quite wounded. This Panther also has a damaged engine. Calliope does go down. Looks like this resource float was consumed. It does get the kill there on that Panther. Pershing does not have a whole lot of health remaining. We've got the 28-centimeter rocket barrage. Pershing's going to advance forward. Panther's hitting the artillery piece, which is not what you really want to do when the Pershing's in that region. Notice that these guys will go and back away from each other. Now we've got a long barrel Sherman 76 out on the field. Very nice. Got field repair being activated. One gets pushing up and going. The Panther's trying to run away. Does receive a Panther shot there. Pursuing the Panther. Gets a hit there. Panther rolls and miss. Pershing has plenty of health. Lining up a shot now. Going for a long range shot. Fires and rolls a miss.
We're down to 100.
Or it was not a miss. That was a ghost shot. All those engineers go down. Now that's one way to call that all those giant things raining from the sky. It definitely is a storm. I don't think it's a shit storm. Cap BP, save. I'm not sure what he's saying by save. Maybe he's pinging the Pershing. We got the long barrel 76 trying to engage the Ostwind, trying to destroy the AT gun, but the Sherman 76 says hello.
Enemy unit down.
Oh, a lot of these engineers are quite vet as well. We got vet 3, vet 2, and vet 1. Nice crossholders get forced on back. Rifleman trying to capture the point. Long barrel 76 engaging the Panther. Pershing rolls a miss there. It looks like a 28-centimeter rocket. No, that's registered artillery. Does fall back to the Rifleman squad. The Rifleman squad does stay alive. We've got the Warfman barrage ringing in as well. Completely whiffing, however. No, does get a good hit there. Another good hit there.
They're hitting one of our forward emplacements, trying to take our territory.
30 cal emplacement does not get the suppression there on the Stormtrooper, and getting out this, destroying these munitions caches would be quite good. There's no caches down here, which actually is a bit of an oversight by the Axis players. Sherman smoke has been cast on in, and he will go back on off. Pershing's quite wounded.
Hitting one of our forward emplacements.
The armor player needs to get some resources. Got the AT gun firing at point blank range, and likely will get destroyed. Or decrewed. I thought he was going to get destroyed. Now we've got a Panther out in the field, so the other player has started pulling out his own armor. They're only Veteran C1 at the moment. Panther may connect with the Pershing, but does not. Calliope barrage may be about ready to rain on in, though it looks like this may have already just completed his barrage. AT gun has been claimed there by the Knights Crossholders. He actually suspended the entire Knights Crossholder squad to capture up that point. And Calliope may have been, yep, I thought so. That just seemed off there. Goes at the smoke there. repairs coming on Pershing. Tiger tank is advancing. Panther's advancing as well. Long barrel 76 needs more repairs.
Engineers engaging the enemy.
And here comes the barrage, close range barrage, getting some great hits there on the Tiger tank. And gets the kill there with the AT gun.
What is it?
Enemy unit down.
Warferman's eyeing for a barrage somewhere. Perhaps somewhere over here. That Pershing's quite wounded. We've got the Oswin falling back as well. Got Pershing 2 on him. Ooh, and the Pershing, losing the Pershing would be quite bad. That Vector C is very, very important. Let's take out the Oswin there. Very nice. Hellcat Mania fall back now. Let's spot this Vet 2 Panther.
Hellcat reporting. Over reporting.
Pershing using some repairs now. Does not have enough for field repairs either. He just made to sit there and fight it out. Pershing does go down, but let's take a Panther with him. The allies are not looking all too good, but the Axis players are also quite bruised and battered as well. I think it's a 58 versus 59. The Axis players might already get the VP as well. We still have one M2, two M2. This one's relatively fresh as well. This one has gone down. Calliope is still alive. Getting the Sherman 76 repaired is quite important. Does use allied field repairs as well. Warferman's running in the barrage there. Sherman 76 will avoid the barrage for the most part, and so does the Calliope. That barrage was not very effective versus the Warfermans. Now we've got the Panther advancing as well. Let's see if a deadly hit there. Panzerfaust's firing and does get a destroyed engine crit. Does get destroyed out by this Panther as well.
Casualties being reported.
Same up with another Pershing appears to be. Looks like he's pleased the game, even though they lost. And looks like the allies are going to be backing out of the game.
Heavy cavalry ready to do some battle.
Yep, playback over. The game just ended. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Very good game by everybody. Let's see now. Boop, 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 boop. What was the name of that game? Not this one. Not this one. I just want to make sure I delete it so I don't actually recast it. Got a lot of replays. There it is. Let's go and cast another 2v2. 2v2v2. Where are you? This works. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Panzer Elite. We have Oro spawning as the teammate as the other Panzer Elite player. We have 76561199035854294. I swear these numbers are getting longer. And as the opponent as the US player, we have Contador, and his teammate as US player, we have Tequila88. I can cast everybody. If you want to see another good replay, you're more than welcome to submit one in the chat. We've got a pair of Kettengrads being pushed on way up north. We've got the fuel point being captured on up. And now this fuel point will likely be captured up soon.
Ready up, squad.
Munitions point is being captured up as well. Panzer Grenadier is being upgraded to G43. And we've got barracks now deployed out in the field. Looks like we've got triple engineers as well. Right, another barracks over here, and just double engineer for him.
Auftragseingang.
Munitions point being captured on up. We got this strategic point being captured up next. Likely our first engagement may be over here. Nope, Kaliningrad behind this point over here now.
Ready to respond.
Strategic point being captured on up. We got this point being captured up as well.
The munitions point has been captured.
Here's the first engagement. We got the unarmed transport. We're trying to run over engineers. Oh, and he gets the decapture there. Nasty. Yep, I think that where he shouts out "No mercy" is very understandable. He ripped down their flag. Kaliningrad is falling on back. We got the G43 squad inside this garrison here. On this side, there looks like just one window, but of course he does have the other windows initially firing as well. Not like a great garrison for the Panzer Grenadiers. They mostly have firing out one window. We got this guy here in light cover as the Kaliningrad trying to bully around the rifleman squad. And we've got a Kampfgruppe company deployed on out. Rifleman squads are advancing, trying to eye some light cover, but getting forced on back. He does get out of the garrison. Engineers going to be capturing at that point. You got the G43 squad inside this garrison being overwhelmed. There's one window on the side. Oh, Glamour. Yep, that would definitely get him outside the garrison as soon as possible. Over here, we got infantry half-track forcing back these engineers. We got the Kaliningrad capture the northern field point as well. Likely that Kaliningrad will go towards that southern field point. As engineers are receiving a bit more fire from the infantry half-track, though he's a bit running around. That's like a great area for infantry half-track. Can't make his way up here. We'll have to go around all the way, drive all the way down here. Kaliningrad may go down here. There's a lot of fire here, literally. And the Kaliningrad will actually potentially escape out of there. He is avoiding some fire there. We've got the two infantry half-tracks here trying to engage this rifleman squad. Needs some infantry in the back of the infantry half-tracks. Kaliningrad does go down right there. G43 squad needs to get inside one of these half-tracks. Does get some suppression there, thanks, or that's actually suppressive fire ability there from the Panzer Grenadiers. The infantry half-tracks can suppress themselves given enough time. Riflemen are behind the heavy cover as well. It does get a damaged engine crit onto this infantry half-track. We'll slowly walk him away. Looks at this infantry, the other infantry rifleman squad has recovered from pin. Currently just suppressed at the moment. It looks like this Panzer Grenadier is going to try repairing up that half-track in combat. Should be able to save it out. As for a cap, I'm not so sure where. Panzer Grenadiers are go ahead and engaging this rifleman squad. The riflemen are behind heavy cover, but they're doing a great job of focus firing right there. Well, it looks like the rifleman squad is sort of splitting the fire and does get inside the garrison, which is not like a great garrison. It looks like two windows can fire. This window cannot be fired out of, so it's not a great garrison for riflemen. Speaking about garrisons, on this side, oh yep, there's plenty of windows there. At least looks like there's 3 fireable windows, so Panzer Grenadiers can make great use of that building. Still trying to repair up this half-track slowly. I think a mortar just rained on in. Yeah, a mortar half-track does get a good hit there on the rifleman. He went for a medic station right there? Okay. That is not going to be a good spot for a medic station. It will be cleaned on up, given enough time. Though will probably be quickly cleaned up, especially with that mortar half-track in the region. Riflemen and engineers making their way forward. There is a Kettengrad over here to capture the VP. Very nice. And that medic station is still receiving quite a bit of fire. No, the medic station does a good job of slowing down his opponent, that's for sure. That mortar half-track should die for just a barrage onto the medic station itself. There we go, now we're seeing some good fire. We got two twos now deployed on the field here. Getting some great damage on these forces. There may be some mines, not mines, weird sticky bombs available. Flamer Squad is receiving lots of fire. The Flamer Squad may get wiped. No, it does not. We got a mortar half-track pushes way forward. We got one of these infantry half-tracks now loaded on up. The other one gets loaded up as well as the Kettengrad pushing its way forward. They have a mounted playstyle for that Panzerleague player. Infantry are now charging on forward. We'll find the 2-2s. Doesn't look like there's sticky bombs being thrown. These Panzer Grenadiers are engaged at close range, but the 2-2s in the region, they should be able to win out no problem. One Panzer Grenadier squad does fall back. Now the 2-2s may try and pursue these wounded squads. Turns that retreat into a full round. Infantry half-track skirmishing around. Does have a couple, of course, squad in the back. And does get a damage engine crit there as well. Does hop outside with the G43 squad. There's actually two squads in there. And pair of sticky bombs does connect. Does take out that half-track. Uses suppressive fire ability there. Couldn't get them pinned in time before the sticky bombs connect.
Have upgraded defensive operations.
One player has gotten the healing HQ, and there goes that Panzerschreck squad. I believe that was a Panzerschreck squad. Let's see the carcass there. I don't see the weapon, nor rifle, nor Panzerschreck. But I think that was a Panzerschreck squad. Could have been G43. Mortars are raining on in over here. Perhaps trying to hit that medic station. Getting some good hits there.
The objective is ours.
Riflemen are captured the fuel point now. Medic station is still alive,
We
but
are
barely.
losing ground. Kampfgruppe Company has reported in and is ready to be deployed.
So you guys got the Panzerschreck upgrade. Logistics company has been deployed out. Maybe going for the 5-man squad upgrade. All the structures are currently built. Let's take a quick look around, see if you're going for select any doctrines. So far is an unknown selection here. For his teammate. Looks like it doesn't have selected doctrine either. This US player has not selected doctrine. And we do got airborne here. So we do have one doctrinal selection. Airborne. Rifleman squads receive quite a bit of autocannon fire there. And you got the squad, one squad of airborne, likely going for some recoils for rifles. These riflemen, however, are getting ripped apart by those autocannons. Tank squad, Tank Buster squad does clean up the medic station finally. We got, of course, a regular Panzer Grenadier as well.
Way to go, engineers. We hold the point.
Rifleman squad is skirmishing around, but should be... Oh, well, he does have some buddies here. All depends now where the mortar half-track shots land for the Panzerleague player. Got some additional squads advancing forward, both of them G43s.
Sector being captured.
We got some landmines, very nice. Ghost rifles receiving some hits there. Rolls a pair of misses onto these 222s.
We've upped the ante. Production is now at double time.
Doctrine's now double time. He's gone for infantry doctrine, not a big surprise. Sneak out some artillery, mentioned some M2s, but he has gone some rangers out. Very nice. Recoilless rifles roll another miss there. So far, it's being pretty unlucky with his recoilless rifles. Got 2 squads of airbornes.
We're losing a point out there.
Up here, we got the Panzer Grenadiers pushing the way forward. 52 so far has not seen much damage, only from basic rifle fire. He does find a
losing a
landmine
fuel
there,
point.
though that one may have been detonated. That may have been U.S. landmine. You got a observation post being deployed out here by the Magenta, but he actually does cancel it. Going for a medic station here as well. Now we've got a whole bunch of Panzer Grenadiers here. Some quick grenades would be quite useful. Switch over to him as well. Let's see. He has plenty of munitions there, so plenty for grenades. And so far, this Panzer League player is just slowly advancing forward with his 2-2s. Decides to use fire it up, trying to get some shots there. Completely spreads out those shots there and does get one hit. Over here, we got the Rangers pushing with forward. We got one suppressive fire ability being activated. I do hear Thompson upgrades as well, so we've got Thompson Rangers here, forcing back one of those squads, trying to pursue that squad, but needs to hit these other squads, because now they're just going to pick away at these forces. A couple bazooka shots there on the mortar half track, very nice. Those are sneaking bomb as well. Maybe able to get the kill there on the mortar half track. We'll get the kill there on the mortar half track. Rangers push the way forward, trying to hit these squads now. And the Panstrike squad will get fully wiped there. The G43 also gets wiped out. That's a lot of losses for the Panzer League player. So that's all 6 models, so that's a lot of firepower still available. These guys are charging up force loads, so suppressive fire ability on the Flamer squad. Airborne rifleman squad's advancing. We do, of course, have the medic station here. Probably a lot of casualties in front of him. So maybe we'll get out a lot of free rifleman squad. The dudes still are not receiving a whole lot of fire there. That one is quite wounded.
Stand up, airborne. Rally on me.
See, medics are grabbing some more casualties. I actually don't see a whole lot of casualties on the ground. Actually, that's the only 2 casualties I see. Mighty Abstract does roll and miss there on the rifleman squad. Quite a bit of fire hitting that of Kettengrad. Kettengrad gets a destroyed engine crit there, but still alive. They do fall back in time.
Welcome to France. Look alive, paratroopers.
Airborne squad's making the way forward. Does get one hit there. 3 2-2s are out on the field. Kettengrad still has destroyed engine crit. Let's see. Let's switch over to, of course, we know both of those doctrines there. Anthers, it's not a doctrine, as much as people want it to be. So far we don't know what doctrines the Panzer League players have selected or will select.
Increased squad sizes are now possible.
Increased squad sizes. He doesn't have a whole lot of squads remaining. Those Rangers been causing a bit of a problem for him. Let's go for Tank Buster.
Go ahead.
Not Tank Buster. Assault Grenadier Heavy Infantry.
Squad, ready. Go
So we got
ahead.
2 STG squads here. 4-man squad upgrades does synergize well with them. Has better munitions here as well, so maybe he needs to get out some doctrine that calls for munitions. Scorched Earth maybe not half bad for him.
In contact. Awaiting orders.
Rifleman squad receiving quite a bit of fire there as well. You need to focus down these Rangers. That's a fresh Ranger squad. Great grenade there. He did dodge it and does get the heavy assault grenadiers wiped down. And this Ranger squad does not have the Thompson upgrade. This is a fresh Ranger squad. Kettengrad does get spotted there. Bazooka does not go off, but it does get a damage engine crit. There's the Thompson Rangers. Veteran C2. somehow that Kettengrad is still alive. It does go out of control now. I heard some sort of shot there. Oh, Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss going for the Warframe upgrade. He does get killed there on one of those 2-2s. And this player has gone for Tank Hunter since we see the repairing Kettengrad. So we have one unknown. He definitely has got selected doctrine there because I see lack of command points.
Depot.
Landmines being detected there. There's a lot of landmines there. And almost got killed off that engineer squad by detonating landmines.
Panzer, we are losing a fuel depot to the enemy.
All these landmines being destroyed, needs to perhaps queue them up.
Base is taking fire. Jump to the Berlin.
STG
Now
squad
able to
still
enjoy the
alive.
benefits of our
Hotchkiss,
user command
one
upgrade.
kill at the moment, has the Warframe upgrade. Good hits there onto the AT-AP track. Now we got the Warframe barrage now raining on in. Getting some decent hits right there. Goes for another Hotchkiss. This is going to go for a full Hotchkiss spam. He will need some more repair squads. Let's get his Panther research. So we may get out some Panthers as well.
We are losing
Another landmine
ground.
detonation there. And this medic station could be cleaned on up. Got a Hellcat now prowling around. I think the observation post is probably a good idea before getting the medic station. The fuel point does go down. We do have the medic station now receiving quite a bit of fire, even from the Hellcat. Hotchkiss finds some long-range shots. Do have the engineers with Panistrix do fall back. Does find his opponents or his teammates' opponents, Thompson Rangers as well. Both of these Rangers are here in this region, able to do some great damage. And now here comes a Warframe barrage trying to eye for these forces. It may rain a little bit behind. Nope, that was a relatively good barrage there. Great hits there, wipes out the Rifleman squad. Got the mass airborne forces here. It looks like the Hellcat is quite wounded. Even the Hotchkiss could be able to drive up and shoot it. Panthers being deployed on out. Does receive some hits there as well. 2-2s are making an advance as well. Repulse rifle does get a nice rear armor hit there as well. Hellcat does go down. Good hits there on the Panthers. Hotchkiss is receiving quite a bit of fire there. It doesn't have the long barrel upgrade to double its lengthless barrel. Good hits there onto the Hellcat, as the Panthers are going to be very effective against the Hellcat. But now the Hotchkiss is receiving quite a bit of fire right there. Hotchkisses are durable, but not that durable. You may want to use a Burgundy to help recover some of these items that have gone down. There's also got down to 2 in this region. It looks like it's maybe already destroyed. The remaining men are ready? No, they're not. They're all very, very wounded. Panthers received quite a bit of fire there. Got more paratroops now being brought on in. The Panthers are, at least this one needs to fall back and goes down to the AT gun there. Airborne AT gun is been brought on forward. Good, it's there. Paratroopers, they have global reinforcements, I forget. While they try to fire it up, try to get a nice ambush on one of these squads. Hotchkiss still has plenty of health.
Rejoice, Panzer. Roadblocks are now at our disposal.
And we do have Scorched Earth and Sector Artillery now available, though he is lacking bit munitions for Sector Artillery at the moment. Does destroy the carcasses there, very good. Now we've got another pair of Panthers. There's currently 3 Panthers out in the field, very nice. Now we've got a Hellcat and Greyhound making their way forward as well. He's actually got the 50 cal upgrade on the Hellcat, or was that from Off-Map Combat Group? That was actually from Off-Map Combat Group. That's actually a pretty good Off-Map Combat Group, getting 2 riflemen, a Greyhound, and a Hellcat. Not bad. Of course, the Greyhound's a little bit outclassed in this sort of situation, but having it just sort of spread around and protect and hit infantry units along the flanks, it's not bad. Here, Warfman Barrage raining on in. Looks like he's firing the rockets out right there. Very short barrage. Hellcat and Greyhound trying to push the way forward. Does send some pens there and some bounces. Rifleman could try charging forward with a couple sticky bombs.
Attention, the enemy advances.
And Hellcats or Panthers do go and crush some of these hedge lines. Very nice. The Hellcat's about to go down. Hellcat does go down there. Finds a landmine there. Fully immobilizes. Doesn't really need to focus on that Panther at the moment. Needs to throw some sticky bombs on that one. And a sticky bomb does come forward as well. Greyhound. Oh, he sacrificed the Greyhound to get the snare. Damage engine. Another damage engine. 2 more sticky bombs there. Destroys the Panther. Now he's going to try to overrun this Panther here. I wonder his Rangers what? He may have lost his Rangers already. Nope, there's 1 squad. That's a Rifleman squad, so he may have lost one of his Ranger squads. And we got more sticky bombs now being thrown out. Destroyed engines, so it really can't move. Got another. Oh, that's a bit overkill. 2 should have been enough. Yep, 2 was just all he needed. STG squad here will be a bit outclassed, it's just way outnumbered. Hellcat and Greyhound advancing as well. Is this another off-map combat group? This is another Greyhound and Hellcat with the 50 cal upgrade. That's usually something you see from the off-map combat group. Paratroopers move fired up to take out that half track, and we've got the 2s now engaging from the flanks. Green's Panther still alive, out of control. Hellcat as well.
Eradicated. Germany cannot be seen to drop below 200 points.
Nope, they are. They can't be seen, but they are. Airborne troops are making their way forward. Rangers and airborne troops should be able to deal with these Grenadiers. They do have the 4-man squad also. And Incendiary Grenade was thrown. These guys are quite wounded. They may need to fall back to get healing, though you may not even have a triage center. No triage center. Greyhound fighting against the good shots there. We've also got the Thompson Rangers, which this is the Veteran C2 one. And both of the bazookas still up and firing, so you can perhaps throw them into the Panther. Cross Rifles does get some hits there onto these B-22s. And we've got the armor car now seeing quite a bit of fire. Got another Hotchkiss to fly on the field. Immediately upgrade the Warfman. He has both of them still alive. Needs perhaps some more Panzer Grenadiers. Booby trapping some points. And of course another off-map combat group. And he got another pair of Hellcats. He is rolling lucky. Another Rifleman. Mortar team. Mortar team is decent. Not so great at this point in time. Ooh, boy. This guy needs repairs.
Hotchkiss on standby. Rockets are ready. Give us the target.
Warfman Barrage raining on in somewhere. generally misses the Warframe Barrage. Panther severely wounded. Main gun destroyed. 2-2s may get hit as well. We got these forces advancing.
We have lost a unit.
And Hellcats pushing way forward as well. Getting sieging down some of these Black Irvings. We got now another pair of Panthers deployed on out, trying to engage these Hellcats with them. No Triage Center as well. Oh no, there it is. Pengrad trying to repair up these 2-2s. A lot of bazooka hits there onto the Hellcat, and Hellcat does go down. And that's a decent straight run there, getting a lot of kills. The aircraft was shot down by the 2-2. Not like that really means much. Good hits there. And more rifle shots there on the Hotchkisses and on the 2-2s. This paratrooper squad may need to do a full retreat, severely wounded. Panther's trying to hit his teammate's flank, trying to support him. Warframe Barrage raining on in.
We have lost a unit.
Not sure what went down. Looks like a Hotchkiss goes down to the AT guns. Trying to hit these AT guns with the Panthers. Seeing quite a bit of fire there from the repulse rifles and from the AT guns that he's trying to destroy. Airtroops trying to make their way forward. Finding another pair of repulse rifle hits. No, they did not. They pull back. 2-2's trying to overrun this AT gun. They do overrun the AT gun. And here comes a bombing run there. Does hit the AT gun, but not these 2-2s. That was not a successful bombing run. Grenadiers will overrun this region. Paratroopers are falling on back as well. 2-2s are receiving quite a bit of fire, but they should stay alive. Got a Greyhound here as well. Damage and crit. Another strafing run there, this time from anti-infantry strafing run. So it looks like the US players have a lot of munitions stored up. Warframe Barrage raining on in onto somewhere.
Down to 100 points.
Right there. Does detonate a landmine there as well. Very nice. Good, it's there on the mortar. Incendiary grenade was thrown, but a complete whiff of incendiary grenade.
Kampfgruppen have upgraded defensive operations.
Not sure what he means by that. Is he referring to like the Warframe barrages? No, he's referring to him. Didn't see anything that would look like it, but I'm not sure. Oh, your mate, not you, mate, your mate. I guess it's maybe referring to those Warframe barrages, because that was a relatively weird Warframe barrage.
Steady up, man. Orders from Kompanieführer. We are down to 50 points. We must rally.
It's a lot of support weapons as well. Does get another landmine detonation there. Needs to fall back. Or get wiped out as well. And that's his only Panzer Grenadier. Warframe Barrage raining on in. Good hit there. A lot of good hits there. We got a booby-trapped building right here. You may actually find it. It's also a booby-trapped point.
We are on the brink of utter failure.
Up here, we got another off-map combat group. His off-map combat group seem unusually quality as well, but not sure if there's any hacks that change that. Another Hellcat, another Greyhound, Rangers and Riflemen. Does get a nice little strafing run there as well, and those are the Axis players have lost their tickets. This is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. So now checking the time, it's probably time for me to end the stream. Getting a little bit late for me. Everyone, have a good evening and get some good sleep.